Yeah, beloved. Oh, baby. Oh, it just popped up on mine. Reading Paa Bananu. Yeah, beloved. Yeah. Y'all know how we do it up here. One more again.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Are you guys ready up there? Okay, just give me a second. All right, quiet on the set.
Yeah, peace and blessings of the Most High, the balance, omniverses, multiverses, tri-verses, dual verses, and universes be upon you all in earshot and eye shot of the God. It's your friendly neighborhood Pharaoh Rise and Chef Sees the One with Tefah Moon, and welcome to another episode of Revision Radio, where we analyze, seek, and break down knowledge, wisdom, and understanding from the third eye point of view. I appreciate y'all rolling with me, rolling with us. Hold up. This might be a little too. There we go. I don't like that. Anyway, let's go. Yeah, rolling with us tonight. We're about to do a reading. How y'all doing out there? How everybody doing? Everybody good? Appreciate y'all rolling through. Okay. Raul back Hotep, Raul back Kamos, Raul back Nefericent. Mama, stop playing in the living room. Appreciate y'all. Yeah, look, tonight we're gonna do a reading, right? Because all the stuff that started to happen, people talking crazy about things they don't understand concerning the doctrine. Specifically, when they was doing the slander videos about the guardians and the gateways, when Guardian Leviosa, right? And so I read the MAFKUZHAT and the secret tones of the MAFKUZHAT. We read that the other day. Again, we are recalibrating the videos, so they won't be as long. We're going to break them down based on subject matter and then retitle them and put them out. And, it's going to scatter. It's going to be a scatter shot, so it's going to be more videos, right? But it's necessary because this is about spreading and replacing. This is about the Wu Sabat. This is the time for our people to step up and reclaim what's theirs. All right, before I start running my big mouth, I want to say first and foremost that I am a student teacher of the master teacher. All right, Paa Bananu, His Excellency, Dr. Malachi Kobina Zodak York Okran. And I want to say with clarity and confidence that he is innocent of all the charges and accusations and all the foolishness that they convincing the necro mortals that he's done, and that his kidnapping is the biggest COINTELPRO operation to exist ever, because his freedom will be the strongest felt, will have the strongest impact in the geopolitical world. So that's how real it is. And if you notice, you don't Raul back. Al in the building, Raul back, coach. Yeah, I see y'all. Pata. So if you notice, it's not the Mukasu that's attacking us. It's our own, because now after 400 years of the Frankenstein project, called the Amorite slavery, and transforming and transmutating the Afafreye Kaawu into the Nagaru. See, they transformed the African into a Negro. The Negro is a genetic splice. You know, according to the messenger, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, he said, "What is the devil? Anything that's made weak and wicked through genetics. The Negro is made weak and wicked through genetics. He's the offspring of scientific social engineering and miscegenation of the Mukasu and their filthy genes." So that's, you know, so look, this is where it's at. This Wu Sabat is the quantum surgery to heal us. And us being healed, we have to go out there and heal the people. The master, and his brilliance and methodology, was able to go unseen, right? For 40, 50 years, he was able to go unseen without them really seeing who he was, because just like the brain dead necros, I gotta call them necros because they're dead, mentally dead. Like the brain dead necros, they thought he was just part of the hustle. See, that's the science, because everybody was just hustling because nobody knew nothing. They just knew the way that the Mukasu will leave you alone is if you get up there on the pulpit and talk about their God. They'll leave you alone. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah, so we got to straighten it out. So we would start talking about the MAFKUZHAT, right? Clarifying the golden child, you know, when we was going through that situation with Sinister Inky, you know. But before I get into that, I'm going to read out the Wapian calendar word for the day. This is the old joint. You know, y'all see this is the old joint. Y'all check out the other videos, please. Go back, take your time. We be sound bombing, we be going in. So I understand it be so long. Trust me, I be going through them, falling asleep too. Like, I got to be continued, nigga. Yeah, but while you cleaning, while you walking around, like I used to work on an overnight. I used to play, the audios and videos while it's playing when you driving, you at work, whatever. That's how you do that. You know what I'm saying? So, and I know what time it is, so don't think we not chanting. We chant too, okay? Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. Let me see who else. Yeah. So if you want to go off to the chant sack, that's cool too. But I'm a mute the thing. Y'all can listen to my chant, and we're gonna do that at 9 anyway. So we really ain't got to go nowhere and come back. Yeah, let me do that. Let me do this real fast. What's today's date? Today the 20th, September 20th. Wow, time is flying, man. Please, y'all in the thought. Let's get the master out. Sheesh. You know what I'm saying? It's terrible, right? The God is, and all this for us because he could have just been rich and did his thing, man. Check it. So today, this is the September 20th, and Maku's daily word from Maku. Baba said, "Be silent until you know what to say." That's the word. He said, "Be silent until you know what to say." That's the word. You know what? I'm gonna start doing the words from the what's the name too. Yeah, the Bible. You know, when he be doing his words for sayings, his different sayings. I'm gonna start doing that also. So also we got in this. Boom, 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 boom. September 20th. This is for the revolutionary daily thoughts. Now, some of these, you know, some views I don't totally agree with, but we in revolutionary mind, revolutionary time. So, you know, I'm gonna put it out there, and whatever we take and what fit, we accept it. Whatever don't, yeah, you know, toss it to the side. So anyway, this is from Medgar Evers. If I had to die, right? Medgar Evers said, if I had to die for something, let it be the truth. Warriors should not consciously deceive other African people. How can people who call themselves revolutionaries be successful in their work if they make a practice of deceiving themselves, each other, and those for whom they say they would lay down their lives? Lying to oneself about oneself is about the most damning thing that a person can do to his or herself. Yet lying to those lying to those one is sworn to protect, and those whose shoulders touch yours is even worse. And if you will deceive yourself, you will deceive them. And know that not speaking truth, being silent, and or letting lies fly unchecked is lying. You heard he say? And know that not speaking truth, being silent, and letting lies fly unchecked is lying. If nothing else, our warriors must be honorable. And being so, we must also consider those with genocidal intent who lie to us in order to get to our truths. Honesty is not something warriors offer their enemies, for enemies should never be given the trust or respect of friends. Since we understand the hell most of us were submerged in before becoming African, I don't understand that. The question of how does a born again warrior, having led a life of deceit, deal with her or himself and the conscious community honestly? Yo, I just the date, I didn't put this together. Crops up in that we know that some degree of menticide exists even in the minds of those who have much knowledge of self. The answer is fairly simple. You do this as earnestly as your spirit will allow, exercising the greatest of patience with self. Affirm, I am an honorable warrior. That was written by the god Medgar Evers. May Panathar be praised and bless him for his sacrifices. Yeah, you know what it is. I'm gonna read joint for the 9. Yeah, we gonna go right into the chant, y'all. Trust me, we going right into the chant. So, and then we coming doubling back, and we gonna go right into the build. And the build is the gate today. Everybody got their books. Listen, anybody that got the Paa Bananu book, I send you the link. Y'all can get up here and we can read this thing together and go in, because we found some excellent information. My wife and I, while we was going through it, reading it, and it's like, man, Baba is, man. I said again, man. I like this prayer, so I might read it a lot. So people be, you always read that prayer. I do, nigga. I'm always reading this prayer. How about this? I'm gonna read this. Spread and replace. How about that? We're gonna go there with it. Let's go there. And being that we killed some time before we get to the chant, check it out. I'm sure Wu Nawab. Asmuni. I know not there college with power. I'm sure Wu Nawab. We are all in all expanding. Spread and replace. Munwapu. Asmuni. Nuwapians, each of you must seek the way. Munwapu. Wa shalil and kum lazim talupa tarak. Your own way. Tarakum kum. The path towards Wunuwap. Pasabal laye Wunuwap. You all's own culture and way of life. Hazab kum kum Wutarak Shalil Hayah. Nuwapians, each of you all must spread Wunuwap. Munwapu. Wa Shalil and kum lazim nashor Wunuwap. Nuwapians, each of you all must find the divine inside of your own selves. Munwapu, wa shalil ankum lazim wajub, pasayin jawef nafash kum kum. Nuwapians, you all are the replacements with the truth and the facts. Munwapu, ankum atepa nawapt, kare pa sawab, wupa hakak at. Nuwapians, you all can clear away the fictions. Munwapu ankum kador rawuk pa takzub at. The fables, lafak at. The legends, pa satar at. And the religious lies, wu za'am uz kazab at. With the actual facts, wu nawab. Karir pa hakak al hakak at. Wu nawab. Nuwapians. Only you all can make a difference with the world's people. Munwapu, wahiamkum kador, ja'ul khaluf anun karepa tapal ul shakasu. Remember, Nuwapians, you all are the helpers of the overseers. Azkor Munwapu, an kumate pa munsar or impa muntaru. The cure for this sick world. Pa aluj lahe panin khali tapal. Amun. We say Anun, Atun, Atun, Amun. Whew. We the cure for the sick world, y'all. We the ones. Not just a little circle sect of us. Us as a whole. All expanding. You understand? Yeah, Rahul back, George Bristol. Appreciate you. Yeah, we got 10 more minutes, so I got something else. I started reading this the other day. Yeah, you know, because a lot of people don't know the doctrine. And I ain't talking about Sabians, I'm talking about people outside of the tribe. And so they be talking and they never read. Like I was saying the other night, there was a sister on somebody's platform and she was talking about how she tried to read the Holy Tablets once. She said, I tried to read a Dr. York book. She said, I tried. She said she got to the first page of the Holy Tablets, first chapter, first page, not even introduction, the first page. She said she couldn't get through the first page. She said, oh, he's scrambling their brain. She said, he's scrambling their brains. That's why they follow me. Yo. So what I'm saying is, right, we build with each other. And we we don't understand that we dealing with the highest level of intellect on the planet. The things that Baba Yanun is giving us are being discussed in the highest level of academia, and the highest level of the esoteric circuits, and the highest level of intellect on the planet. I mean, astrophysics, I mean, in genetics, I mean, in chemistry, I mean, yo, we got the truth. We listen. So when we sitting there debating with Bobo Slim and them, while we, you know, at the bodega, when we over there and we going back and forth with the dun-dun-duns because they don't understand, and they don't understand. They're stuck and they're bitter and mad because the doctrine went past where their genes could keep up. So they stuck and they like not they trying to pull up. So they hear this, they slandering us, but then they want to big up the religious teachers, the imams, the Christian scholars, because that's where they're at. They still could beat up on them, right, and be higher than them, but they can't come to where we going. You know, I like to say, in the land of the blind, the one-eyed man is king. And man, if we ain't in the land of the blind, and these dudes here, when I say one-eyed man, I mean they blinded in one physical eye, not that they have their third eye open. So Mirzaku Riskians. All right, this is from the Gospel of Holy Mother Mary of Malachi. You know, I love a lot of the content. Some I love a lot of the content. All right, so it said Mirzaku appeared to him at age 25, the year 1970. They instructed him when and where to go in Sudan, Tuti, junction of the two Niles, to meet with Melchizedek, Al-Qadir, Gauzu. And then 1973, he returned and was told to go to Mount Shasta to a great gathering of the Mukmeyu, aliens from many star systems. Now, this is Baba talking now. It switches. I have been Haduya guided all my life by these beings who teach whatever I am asked. To make it clear, all other physical people have Muslafu ancestors who speak to them all the time in their heads, as far back as 4 Tanwu'at generations. In 1963, at age, you already said, he said they speak to you in your head as far back as 4 generations. Okay. In 1963, at age 19, I was taken into Mount Shasta. I told a story in the past of the cave. I was led into the cave in Mount Shasta, and there were twists and turns. It was just a rock cave, I felt. Then we reached a point where there was only a great stone wall. We passed through it, and there was this great hall. Once inside, I saw elevated seats that did not touched the ground, lamus. On them were beings seated, levitating, many what you would call strange creatures, even monsters. Each group of them represented a star system. I never saw anything like them before. There was no sound, and up front was a big screen. I mean, a really big, and it was curved. Beneath the seat was a small slit, half dollar size. I came to know it was my own seat. It was for a disc, a personal ME stone. So he's seen the disc drive where the ME stone is gone. So once I was seated looking up front, beings from Risk, Marzak, came on stage with other beings I did not recognize yet. With me was this being. His name was Rama. He was a humanoid, yet a golden color with silver white fur and red eyes, about 4 feet tall. He spoke and said, just relax, and smiled. Up front, they spoke to each other. Then one waved his hand towards the screen, and it lit up. It was a star map of constellations I did not recognize. What they talked about, I was not knowledgeable of, as it was not for me. Then he waved again after many others, and I saw Sirius and Orion, and I was called up as Yanun, and given my place as the 19th elder and my assignment as Pa Nabab Yanun, the master teacher. I met many star people and even some of the strange creatures. Each had their own signet and symbols. Come on. I'm about to get some of this right here. Hold on. For something that I'm doing. It seemed many knew each other. Much of what I was exposed to, I can't say here. I saw my gray friends, Sa'at, Krill, Alamar, and Arima raised back to life, who said they will be my helpers. So I came to know what the disc was, the ME stones at that galactic gathering, and so much more. Kasha Sajal, the Akashic records. There are galactic gatherings which take place all over the multiverses at set time and place. I was a person who was always alone and did not choose mortals, only extraterrestrials as family. I found that after my abduction, I understood ancient languages, even some lost tongues. I could read ancient Safafat hieroglyphics and ancient Sabaic or Sabian. Don't play. I could play musical instruments, draw miswafat, pictures, lifelike, sing, dance. I could do almost everything without studying. These are my own experiences. Oh, that's it. That was going back to the Saktat, because we know her as Sakina and Baba changed her attribute. So we're getting ready for our chant. 3 minutes. Cool. I'm trying to get these little supplications and readings out the way, so when we come back after the chant, we can just get busy. Boom, boom, boom. All right, boom, boom. 53 in the Pasamakim Yanun. Let us Nuwapians of Wunuwap rejoice. We as Nuwapians of Wunuwap give Tawahat thanks to Yanun. We give thanks for your Hadayan, guidance of sound right reasoning and of the right knowledge and the right wisdom and the right understanding, which gave us a clear overstanding. We thank you and want you to know we love you. Many before you have told us wonderful stories, of faith, Thakak, and Akkad, belief, of others' religions, not sent down to and for us. Yet you incarnated with that which is intended for us. For that we thank you again and again. You choose the appointed place and time to bring forth our salvation as our Muklas, Savior. When this Kawak Taha, planet Earth, and all its people quake, and its foundation fall, and the weather makes its statement, You come forth to warn us of these days and times and to inform us of, as Nuwapians, of Wunuwap. We have no need to worry. It's not our end, it's our renewal, our new beginning, and the end of chaos of the last people made. It's the end of the chaos that the last people made. You know what that is. Fear not, for that we thank you. It is you, Yanun. It is you, Yanun, who hold the pillars of our foundation, and these Zamutat and Wakutat, days and times. For that we thank you. No one from the religions can be our savior, as many have claimed. Only you, as many have claimed, only you came up from amongst us from the east. Make sure that's the right one. Okay. Africa unto the west with the actual facts needed to wake us from the Hajj Shalil Nawam, the spell of sleep, the second resurrection, saving us from deception. For that we thank you, Yanun. We give thanks for you. No one from other than our own, with our own doctrine, spoke Sawab truth as you. We will declare this forever. We will declare your praise. We will overpower the Sawatat voices of the Jawid wicked. We thank you, Yanun, for being you. Rejoice with the doctrine. Okay, so now we're about to go into this. That's why I gotta go. Man, it's a dimmer. Pitcha butcha bong. Battle back against people. We about to do the chant. Battle back, Jamal. What's going on, God? I gotta sing you this chant too. If you don't have it, Israel Atum. Ano natin Kaleja Wef Paut. Ready, Mom? Patak Anuki Jawef Pa Ashokim Pa Paut. Wu Kale Ashok Kawun Jawef Niya. Anuki Kasamonim Pa Paut. Wu Pa Paut Kawun Kasamonim Niya. Anuki Wahu Ame Pa Paut. Wu Pa Paut Kawun Wahu Ame Niya. Nakuk Kado Naju Ame Kasamonim Pa Paut. Wu Khabub Ame Mushkasun. Nakuk Kado Kawan Kale Pafef Nakuk Dayo Jawef Pa Paut. Ame Wase Ame Dayorni Kawun Lake Bakui Jawef Pa Paut. Anuki Abebi Nafashni Pa Paut Kawun Anuki. Pa Paut Kador Nakuk Kador. Pa Paut Amun Nakuk Amun. Lahehum Menenum. Am Tumate Korehum. Am Tumate Korekum. Am Tumate Korenum. Am Tumate Jawef Neya. Am Tumate Neya Wu Anukihum. Yaye Ashukraye. Asmu Jayenum. Yaye Nataru Afuknum. Anunate Mukradukum. Yaye Nataru Afuknum. Afuknum. Yaye Natarunum. Anum. Atum. Amun. Yayehu, Yaye, Natharu. Yaye Saye, Natharu. Yaye Hika, Yaye, Natharu. Amkumate Pa Mufaku. Yayehu, Yaye, Natharu. Amkumate Pa Mufaku. Wu Anunate Mukradukum. Wu Amkumate Muisanum. Yayehu, Yaye, Natharu. Aromu Klas Nunatum Raye. Yayehu, Yaye, Natharu. Yaye Mugamu Afuznun. Amkumane Yake La Duda Muslafunum. Wu Muisarunum. Mane Yake Sawura Papa. Mane yake kawuna kau. Mane yake yathe achak. Mane yake kawuna bashabu tamam. Yaye nataru mukdamunun. Aro mufdanun. Anhu kawun manza manepa nataru. Aro anhu kawun baba yanenen. Aro anhu kawun atumraye. Aro anhu kawun haror. Yaye nataru muslafunun. Afuznun manepa majwadu. Afuznun mane gahalan. Yaye nataru afuznun. Mane sayo gayora. Afuznia. Afuznia. Yaye nataru nun. Nakuk talub tamoy bipa nataru. Mane pa lain lawi tananu. Kale ranamatni atil lahe pa nataru. U kale namazoratni atil lahe kayariyatun lahe pa nataru. Banan misfa kawun. Pasawabu pa Taraq. Zikawuna nazula lahe yamkum. Mane masbad umasa. Ame hadiyanun udamaun. Mane muslafukun. Wunatoru. Arjulaye nafashukun. Alfukshane kawunkun. Pasawabu pa Taraq. Pahadian wupadamam. Anung tawam kum. Lahe penandamal wushafe. Anung tawam kum. Lahe tim. Nasoe nun. Anung tawam kum. Lahe ashukuma. And kumate muslafunun. Anunate mukradukum. Anung talum nasarukuma. Anung talum nasarukuma. And sonun kahin nataru. And sonun muslafunun. Anunate muspatu. Anun. Atun. Amun. James. Nataru nun, yaye muftaru, yaye nataru. Yaye atumra yaye natar. Yaye nun yaye natar. Yaye nun tat yaye natar tat. Yaye ha yaye natar. Yaye hatat yaye natar tat. Yaye kak yaye natar. Yaye kak tat yaye natar tat. Yaye amun yaye natar. Yaye amun tat yaye natar tat. Yaye atum yaye natar. Yaye shashash yaye natar. Yaye tafaf natat yaye natar tat. Yaye sabab yaye natar. Yaye natat yaye natar tat. Yaye yorash tat yaye natar tat. Yaye asar yaye natar. Yaye nabab tat hatat yaye natar tat. Yaye satak yaye natar. Yaye hara yaye natar. Yaye haptwi yaye natar. Yaye anaktat yaye natar tat. Yaye aha haratwi yaye natar. Yaye nafartum yaye natar. Yaye mantu yaye natar. Yaye bapti yaye natar. Yaye sakam tat yaye natar tat. Yaye hatat haratat yaye natar tat. Yaye ba ibis yaye natar. Yaye pata yaye natar. Yaye pasas tat yaye natar tat. Yaye imhatab yaye natar. Yaye hu yaye natar. Yaye matat yaye natar tat. Yaye mahat yaye natar tat. Yaye kafafra yaye natar. Yaye maskanet yaye natar tat. Yaye reye tat yaye natar tat. Yaye kentamantiu yaye natar. Yaye hika yaye natar tat. Yaye natar tat yaye natar tat. Yaye ma'ad yaye natar tat. Yaye ronan tat yaye natar tat. Yaye shai yaye natar tat. Yaye sashat yaye natar tat. Yaye mafdat yaye natar tat. Yaye sabak yaye natar. Yaye anap yaye natar. Yaye kanum yaye natar. Yaye kanash yaye natar. Yaye patanum yaye natar. Yaye saye yaye natar. Yaye haktat yaye natar tat. Yaye amash yaye natar. Yaye Sarab Tui Yaye Nathar. Yaye Atun Raye Yaye Nathar Tat. Yaye Jahu Tui Yaye Nathar. Yaye Patawarat Yaye Nathar Tat. Yaye Sakatat Yaye Nathar Tat. Yaye Ha Yaye Nathar. Yaye Nahabka Yaye Nathar. Yaye Sakar Yaye Nathar. Yaye Ba'a Yaye Nathar. Yaye Akar Yaye Nathar. Yaye Mharatat Yaye Nathar Tat. Yaye Wapawatat Yaye Nathar. Yaye Sakat Hatat Tat Yaye Nathar Tat. Yaye Maritat Sakar Tat Yaye Nathar Tat. Yaye Saye Tat Yaye Nathar Tat. Yaye Korat Tat Yaye Nathar Tat. Yaye Asatanu Yaye Nathar. Yaye Bahatat Yaye Nathar Tat. Yaye Kanam Tat Yaye Nathar Tat. Yaye Manak Tat Yaye Nathar Tat. Yaye Kamam Yaye Nathar. Yaye Mahatwi Yaye Nathar. Yaye Kabasan Faf Yaye Nathar. Yaye Da'amatat Faf Yaye Nathar. Yaye Maritat Yaye Nathar Tat. Yaye Nasat Yaye Nathar. Yaye Mjadat Tat Yaye Nathar Tat. Yaye Nakak Patat Yaye Nathar Tat. Yaye Sakatat Yaye Nathar Tat. Yaye Anaktat Yaye Nathar Tat. Yaye Jadad Yaye Nathar. Yaye Tum Yaye Nathar. Yaye Wahu Yaye Nathar. Yaye Yasas Yaye Nathar. Yaye Anak Yaye Nathar. Yaye Afaf Nuid Yaye Nathar. Yaye Satat Yaye Nathar Tat. Yaye Sakatwi Yaye Nathar. Yaye Ma'ad Yaye Nathar. Yaye Nana Yaye Nathar. Yaye Nuid Yaye Nathar. Yaye Satatwi Yaye Nathar. Yaye Mugdal Tat Yaye Nathar Tat. Yaye Rahash Shafaf Yaye Nathar. Yaye Marar Twi Yaye Nathar. Yaye Amun Raye Yaye Nathar. Hu Anunate Kaleja Wef Paut. Yeah, we be running through it. Might be playing. Ain't nobody playing. That's a fact. Factology. Let's do the sign of the triad. With my third eye. Hold on. Here we go. Be Paranan Empire Babasar. Woo. Pa Batal Matad Orashtat. Woo. Pa Tauba Sanan Harar. Amun. Woo. Yeah, Israel. Atun. What should you do? Make sure I got you. Just send me the email so we can send that to you. We gotta put the chant up there on the sacred space also. The chant?
Yep.
Well, okay. A sacred space on the sacred space Facebook page. The chant is there. The chant is there. The chant is there. Corny behind, right? Yeah, that's a blessing. Yo, those that missed yesterday, right? Well, was that yesterday or the day before? So those that missed the last Super Cypher Saturday we had, right? The gods was in rare form. Okay. So we found within, it's in the Nuapic grammar book, bong, 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 right? We found the clock. We can call it the clock of destiny. Well, it's not the clock of destiny, but it's Nuapian time breaking down because we have our own clock and it's based on the number 19, just like our calendar. Our own clock will only have one hand, like the sundial of ancient Tamaray. It's the master. This is this is what, like 90, how old is this? Gave us our own time, y'all. This is how the ancient Tamarayans recorded time. Our clock will symbolize natural time, that is continuous time with no stops, additions, or subtractions. Because the Mukasu time, it starts off with a second because they wasn't the first. The niggas wasn't even the second. It was the they should have did a clock that started off on the fifth. Because they wasn't even thought about, right? So, so you got the it starts off with the second, and then you got the leap years. Then you got the turn the clock back, then and then turn the clock forward, right? And then they added 5 days to the 360 of the cipher, So, man, so we have first instead of seconds. the made or grafted man based his time on seconds because he wasn't here first. We, as the Yamasee Native American Moors of the Creek Nation, Yamakra, were here first. Thus, our seconds will be called first, and our minutes will be called seconds. Y'all got that? So we had 19 firsts and 1 second. We have 361. What is it? 19 first and 1 second, 361 equal 19 equals 1. So there's 361 first equals 19 seconds, which equals 1 hard. 361 first equals 19 seconds. 19 seconds equals 1 hard. That's how our time is moving. So we, after Baba's giving us the blueprint, y'all understand, we got to get involved to evolve, y'all. He's giving us the blueprint in order for staying in tune with real time. Okay? 38, so it's 13,718 first equals 722 seconds equals 38 harat or haru, no, harat. And 38 harat is one complete cycle or cycle. Daytime with a sun peak consists of 19 hours. That's Ra or Reye, and Satuk, nighttime, which consists of 19 hours. Each period of time will be blended into each other. Now, so that's the time. And then we also have the Nuwapian calendar. 361 days in our calendar, 19 months, 19 days, 4 weeks is a month, and 5 days is a week. And the last week of every month is 4 days. So it's 4 weeks in a month, 5 days in a week, except for the last week is 4 days, which is so it's 19 days in each month. So it's 19 months with 19 days in each month, and that's 361 days. So we gotta tell you the truth. You know, we gotta make matter move, and we gotta make this happen. We gotta get on real time on a real page with the master. Another thing we was talking about, because we was reading about the 9, and this came up. This is a book I got called Multiple Intelligences by Howard Gardner. And it's really, they call it multiple intelligences, but it's really the 9 intelligences. Yeah, what? How crazy is that, dog? The 9 intelligences? Boom. Hold up. Who there with me? Okay. That's the proper way. Okay, hold on. We bless smile is one. The one I have, they be saying it 3 times and repeat. Is that the old proper? Yeah, that's proper. The 3 times is proper, beloved. Absolutely. See more for judge. Okay. Wifey plugging. Yeah, that's definitely, or even one going back and forth. Like sometimes we do the back and forth. Okay, nobody. We gonna get you that check. Is this nobody that's waiting for that beat? You waiting for that track, God? Is this that nobody? I think this Negatron 32. Is that nobody waiting for that track? I still ain't seen you. I know you ain't blowing me up like that. Oh, we got Halif. Halif is here. If I don't know what the God Halif is. You coming on, or you playing? Let's see.
I'm here, bro.
Round back, beloved, what's up?
Round back.
I'm saying, man, you be acting up, God. You be acting, you know about we ain't gonna get into that on the air. You be acting up, nigga. Nah, but I wonder how you been, how that situation go.
Yeah, I just finished up that session, man. It's like a 3-hour session from 6 to 9, Mondays and Wednesdays. So I finished that session. Yeah.
Got put that, you putting that work. That's that work right there.
Yeah, you already.
That's that work right there, bro. Yeah, I was talking about so we was talking about the 9, and I came across this bill. If you look, anybody could Google it. It ain't nothing secret. You look up the 9 intelligences. that coincide, like it's deep, you know what I mean? Because we talk about, we know who the nine intelligences, we know who those nine beings are, we know the prototype, and so the schools fail. It's the kids, we know the Mukasu because they limited, they bootleg. So it breaks down to nine intelligences as the naturalists, the musical. The naturalists are those of understanding living things and reading nature. The musical, discerning sounds, their pitch, their tone, rhythm, and timbre. Logical, mathematical, quantifying things, making hypotheses and proving them. Existential, tackling the questions on why we live and why we die. Interpersonal, sensing people's feelings and motives. Bodily, kinesthetic, coordinating your mind with your body. Linguistic, finding the right words to express what you mean. And interpersonal, understanding yourself, what you feel, and what you want. Spatial will be the ninth one, visualizing the world in 3D. So these are the nine intelligences that the people have, but inside the schools they only teach three. They only deal with three intelligences. So you think about they leaving most of the people, most of the kids for dead. They want Acha dead. They want him family dead. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta, just think about the science of nine. Think about nine being birthed, nine ether. So it just stands to reason, right? All right. So today we're gonna read. I said we're gonna read Paa Bananu. Anybody that has the book, the Taraq, Paa Bananu, is welcome. Let me know. I'm gonna share the link. And y'all welcome to get up here. But it looks little. This thing pack a wallop. I'm telling y'all. And this is an extension of when we were building on the MAFKUZHAT, the secret tones, and the MAFKUZHAT elixir of life. We read that the other day, right? And this is all going into the this is all going back to Guardians of the Gateways, the Golden Child, the MAFKUZHAT. Bro, when we read it. I tell you, but read it beforehand, and you come back around, we can read it together and then build on it, right? Bro, this thing right here, I'm gonna stop at some places and I'm gonna read some stuff from the Mukasu, from the Caucasian. It's watch how crazy it be. Hold on, what's up with the guy? You still hear static? Yeah, go out and come back in, Halif, because it's saying that your device disconnected. Yeah, gods and goddesses. So the revelations of the Nuwapians Paa Bananu the way. We was reading this, and certain parts, see when Baba talking, right? What's the brother? The brother E. King, he said, yo, when Baba's talking, when he's giving us screenshots of information. So now when he's telling us, don't believe me, check it out, what we supposed to do? Check it out, okay? Listen, I want y'all to interact with me. This ain't no this ain't no cookbook. Oh, you back, God? Let me see.
Yeah, I'm here, bro.
Yeah. I didn't hear no static on this side.
Nah, okay, I'm good now. I don't know what the hell's going on. It's good though.
All right. Yeah, God. Thanks for joining us. Listen, thank everybody for putting the time aside, because there is no time, and everything we do, we have to sacrifice something else to do it. So it's a privilege and an honor that the brothers and sisters are spending time with us and collecting and unifying the souls and the minds, because that's what the master was doing when he set up Tamaray. It's about unifying the souls and the minds of the people. You know what I'm saying? With a common goal, common objective. And right. And now it's time. Our objective is to internalize this doctrine and upgrade and qualify for the major upgrade. Okay? We're trying to qualify to upgrade. And this Paa Bananu ties into this. Listen, we was researching this joint, right? Some things in here, and we found
Who's the we?
huh?
Who's the we?
The we is me and the Pharaoh.
Okay, that's what's up.
Yeah, and we hit a boom. Them dudes was breaking. They had the science. This is how crazy. They had the science, but they needed the pieces. They used Baba's reading for the pieces.
Right.
Boom, boom, boom. Oh my goodness. It was crazy. I was like, hold up. They literally had his name and they broke his name up. What is it? M-L-CH Zadok. That's how they broke his name down.
Really? Where y'all found that at?
Bro, I'm gonna read as we read it, we're gonna go to it and I'm gonna show everything.
That's
serious.
crazy.
Yo, bro, like they utilizing the information right now in real time. They talking about how all the different organizations and secret societies that's studying this, trying to figure this out, and some of the new age technology that's actually doing the alchemical formulas, and they figured it out. They literally said that. I said, "Oh, this is crazy, bro." Meanwhile, niggas think we nuts. Meanwhile, they said we babbling. Oh, they over there talking that babbling stuff, confusing the people. Cause yes,
yeah.
What happened, baby? Which one? I'm looking at the comments. Somebody shooting at me. I don't see it, mama. Oh, anybody tell you to do that? There's a time for everything, big head. But yeah, it's gonna come into play. It ain't kick in yet. Excuse me. All right, anyway, so let's read this joint. And man, listen, it's only like 10 pages. It's only 10 pages. It took us a minute to go through that. Like today, we were supposed to read this and Wavelength A, but I was like, I can't do that. This thing right here went crazy on me. I got beat upside the head. You know what I'm saying? Plus the brother Halif, he could add on and build on some things. You know, anybody that see anything that they want to unpack, ask questions on while we're reading, then that's what we're here for. You dig what I'm saying? Okay. Bro, mama, I don't see it there. Yeah, I don't see it. Okay, so Likum, my beloved Nuwapu Karadu, Nuwapian children, the Bananu is a composite of the falcon and the stork. It represents resurrection, new being, reborn, making, or recreation, or recreation. Is it recreation or recreation? It's recreation.
No.
Bara,
recreation.
Bara is no dash, and it got a C. It got 2 C's. You see what I'm saying? It got 2 C's. It's RECC.
Well, we gotta think. They ain't wrecking creation at that point, God.
Well, he used the word batter.
Right, which means to remember. Better when it was introduced to us was to procreate or to replenish.
To replenish.
Right.
So we're dealing with the replenishing phase. So that's what batter and ba'ath in Arabic.
Right.
So the mound of creation in ancient Egypt, rising out of the primeval cosmic ocean. Nun tat hu, nun he. So he connected the nun tat and hu and nun and he. Hu he and nun tat nun. This action was called bin, binu, ibn. All those names is names for different language for son, right? For like the son of. Ben, son of a son. Ben, son. Binu is what we're dealing with now, which is the dealing with the bird and the dove, where the dove came from, in Christianity. Binu, or the craft, right? Binu ibn. It was Atum, Atam, or Adam that raised Atum Ray, rebirth, June 1945. He raised out of the womb of Nu, Nai or Noon, as Ya Noon. The vortex opened in 1943 AD, and the implementation occurred in October 1944. So he was born in 45. The vortex opened up in 43, and the implant happened in 1944, specifically in October, because you know Bob is specific with this. There is a substance that is found in the ancient Egyptian text. It was always referred to as the what is that? What is it? In the papyrus of Ani and found in the tomb of Pepi II, an old kingdom of Egypt, it says, I am purified of all imperfections. What is it? I ascend like the golden hawk of Harar. What is it? I come before the mortals without dying. What is it? I come before my father's throne. What is it? And it goes on, page after page, talking about all these attributes that you acquire as you ascend. However, they always stop and ask the question, what is this? It was also called white dew. Let's talk about that. Is it? That it is now to it was also called white dew, white condensate, or the white dove, depicted as a white feather in the alchemical text, and the symbol of the Ba'a, soul, bird, and the link to the Akak, the ethereal existence from the dove, bird, through the ether cord to the rebirth, the elixir of life, MAFKUZHAT, the secret ash, white powder of high spin gold, platinum group metals, iridium, rhodium, palladium, platinum, osmium, and ruthenium. Those along with silver and gold, all that together, right, is called the MAFKUZHAT, or the high spin gold. Check it. Now, it is known that the the high spin powder of good pure Nabat or Nabit gold has a distinct effect upon the pineal gland, increasing the melanin production. Also, the monatomic powder of iridium has a similar effect on the serotonin production of the pituitary gland, which reactivate the body's DNA of the maimed gland, the barytheric gland, and the junk DNA, reactivating the full use of the brain and the four higher senses. We gonna stop to unpack that. Okay. So the MAFKUZHAT, or what we call the white gold, white powder gold, or the liquid gold, we used to call it the sacred ash. So you see the old Ansarul law, New Islamic.
Now,
Go ahead.
go back.
Where we going back?
To the papyrus of Ani.
God damn. that's go ahead.
So
the what is it? It's talking
right,
about the what is it? Yeah.
Right.
That's the MAFKUZHAT. But go ahead though. Build on.
Right. So it mentions the temple of Pepi II.
That's what it does. Yes.
Right. Now you remember in I think it's Paa Bananu, where he speaks about the ejaculation of Atum.
Atum, yeah, into
right.
the system. That's right.
Right. So that was the MAFKUZHAT at that point as well, and it shows there where he talks about the quantum physics of creation that was mentioned on the tomb walls of Unas. Right. So
that's inside the Stargate also.
Right. That's in the Stargate as well.
Yeah.
These structures, or these temples, Unas's temple, Pepi's temple, the first and the second, Teti's temple, it's about 5 of them. It's 5 temples. So basically what is referencing is what's called the pyramid text.
The pyramid text, too.
Right.
That's right. Yeah.
So the pyramid texts are known to be the oldest spiritual writings known to man. And what the pyramid text is, right? Along with the when you go through the different kingdoms, because you have the old kingdom, right? You have the middle kingdom, and then you have the new kingdom, right? So, and each of these kingdoms, or during the dynastic periods, like when you look at the Papyrus of Ani, that's like a revision from the pyramid text.
Got
Like
you.
when you start looking at the coffin text, when you look at the Book of Gates, the
Book of
Book of the
Gates.
Cow, you know, all of these different texts. These texts are these writings are the formulas, right? Or the ritual that is needed along with the substance, along with the mafkuzet, right? Along with the tones and everything else. That's gonna, you know, unlock. This is all a part of the process in unlocking the Stargate. Knowing how to read the text, right? From the pyramid text, going into the coffin text, going to the book of the hidden chamber, which they call the Amduat. The Book of Gates, the Book of Cow, the Book of
All
the
of them are
Earth.
listed. They're listed inside the gold book on what we bear witness to, what
Right,
we accept as truth.
right.
Yeah,
These are our writings. These
that's
are the
right. Our
writings that
writings.
right.
That's right.
So I was actually listening to a recording the other day, one of the classes, and he was referencing, I think it was either the hidden light or the it's God light. And he referenced you know, in the quote unquote Freemasonic world, when a worshipful master passes, right, and he gives up the G, and he becomes the past master, and you know, he becomes what's called the supreme grand master of the lodge, and he referenced Jabalin, right, and how
Yeah.
Jabalin was basically the triad principle of the Hebrews, the Babylonians, and the Egyptians, right, and how the text of the Hebrews, we know it extended from the Torah all the way to the Quran, and then the text of the Babylonians were the Enuma Elish, and the text of the Egyptians was, or you know, the Tamarans was the book of coming forth by day. Like, these were the three manuals or the three manuscripts that were used, you know, for the rituals, you know, in the process of taking a mummy, right, going from the level of a dead, the level, you know, being level and being raised perpendicular by the lion's paw back to, you know, back to life.
Being
You know, the
upright.
ritual,
That's
you know,
right.
right. So all of that is, you know, tied in with the, you know, first getting your character together, your morals, you know, things of that nature, and raising or opening up your intelligence, your intellectual capacity, your mental capacity, right? And then aligning that, you know, and bringing in the elements of the Makuzet to now, you know, re-stimulate or regenerate. That's what the Binu or the Binbin or the Ibn is really about. Atum is the regeneration or the coming back from, you know, what they would call the underworld or the Duat, the resurrection of Re, when Re goes to Amun and then goes through Nun and then is resurrected as Atum, Atum Re. So it's a regeneration process. That's what the Binu or the Binbin is about. What is a process of going through the tones and through the elixir of the Mafkuzet, the regeneration of the telomeres and the cells, you know, for everlasting or eternal life, so forth and so on.
That all makes sense because of how the Mafkuzet affects the at the molecular level. Again, dealing with the glands because it's all about the serotonin and the melatonin to stimulate the reactivation of the DNA to resurrect the barotheric gland inside the system, like to regrow the barotheric gland and the reactivation of the full use of the brain, plus the four higher senses of psychometry, clairvoyance, intuition, and telepathy. This is what happens when you get the Mafkuzet. Now, let me also bring up that you have a lot of people, since we've been talking about, since the master first started talking about the liquid gold, the white gold powder, you have a bunch of brothers that's running around selling allodial gold. Niggas is drinking silver and gold all the time now, all right? Allodial gold is too big to fit. It doesn't get into your cells. It's too big. On a molecular level, it doesn't fit. It's too big. What's the other one, Mama? The other gold, the other, huh? No, I'm talking about the other one that does. Oh, right. Oh no, you're right. You're right. She know one that do, but she ain't telling. She said I ain't giving it up. Y'all niggas dead. So the MAFKUZHAT, so they selling fake. Baba even talked about. He said don't go for that fake stuff, right? Because this gold, even though it's called gold, it's really a combination of 8 different metals. Yeah, let me see. Gold. I got the picture. I think I could get the picture to the people. Yeah, it's gonna be on the angle. Work with me now. Work with me. Work with me now. Work with me. Oh, yeah. So it's metonic. It's a metonic, monoatomic. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's 8 metals, monoatomic elements that come together to make this. Check it. So, but it only after being high spun. Now, what does high spun mean? You got to build on that, God. He gonna go through it in the next joint. Did we research that, Mama? Yeah. So it talks about the nucleus. No, let me read to the next page. Let me go to the next page. We know
about the orbital shells of atoms?
Yeah, we about to go into the shell. We're about to go into the potential, the positive screenings. We're about to do the electrons and then the normal process, and then when it's dealing with a high spun nucleus.
Okay, so there's in chemistry they have the orbital shells. They call S. You have the orbital shell of S, the orbital shell of P, the orbital shell of D, and the orbital shell of F. And each of these shells, there's a what the electrons are for each shell.
Yes, you talk about. So you have the inner workings, and then you have the outer workings.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the difference between, I'm gonna read it right now.
Good.
The guard went in, and then we gonna go. Then we gonna build on it, and then I'm gonna read the what's the name that we read from these about atomic high spun technology, and it starts off talking about the priest king of Salem. Bro, how we get to atomic high spun technology and we talk about the priest king of Salem, bro? So anyway, Genesis 2:9-14 says, note the good or the nephir, the told gold of the Bible is found in Ethiopia. Now this is how it's done to transform from good gold converted into a sweet tasting impalpable white powder. That word, Mama, right? Remember we keyed in on that word, impalpable? Impalpable. You think you talk about palatable, right? Palpable. No, it's not. Impalpable means like you can't feel it. It's almost weightless. It's white powder. So it's a sweet tasting, but very, very light white powder so far as you can't really feel it. You know, a normal atom has around it the screening potential, which is going into what you were just talking about, God. A positive screening produced by the nucleus. The majority of the electrons going around the nucleus are within the screening potential, except for the very outer electrons. However, the nucleus goes into the highward or the high spin state when the positive screening potential expands to bring all the electrons under the control of the nucleus. Electrons normally travel around the nucleus in pairs, a spin forward electron and a spin reverse electron. That's how they go around the nucleus. However, when these come under the influence of the high spin nucleus, all the spin forward electrons become correlated with all the spin reverse electrons. And when perfectly correlated, the electrons turn to pure white light. And it's quite impossible for the individual atoms and the high spin substance to link together. Hence, they cannot reform as a metal. And a whole remains simply an impalpable, again, weightless white powder through applied processes. Now, you want to build on that? You want to go in on that, God? That trend goes into where you was talking about the
I can't hear you, bro.
You can't hear me? I'm better?
I can't hear you.
You still can't hear me? Mama, you gave me on the mic. Let me see. Let me go to the Let me go to the people.
I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna come back in.
All right. Yo, listen, chat room, all the family, y'all can hear me? Hey, yo, yo, hit 9 if y'all can hear me. Yo, Israel, yo, erase that. All right, erase that. Don't put my business in the street. Don't put that OR. You putting our business in the street, God. You see Israel, mama. Ah, yeah, God, you want him. You want it. We right there, God. Wow. Let me see. The God is coming back. You back?
I'm
you hear
back.
Me? All right.
I'm hearing static now.
You hearing stag now?
Mm-hmm.
Nah, I don't hear no static, God. We good over here. Yeah. Let me see. Is it loud? Is loud?
It's a little bit more. Tweak it a little more.
Huh?
Tweak it a little more.
Let me see. Sensitive. So I'm about to get Bluetooth everything in a second. Stop looking like we in the 80s house party. Yeah, I heard a little bit of static.
Still static.
Still static? You're acting up. All right, go ahead, guys. You hear me?
I hear you, but it's just static.
I don't hear no static.
There,
Y'all hear?
there it is. That's it. Yeah.
Are you good? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so yeah, what I was saying was about the electron that we just finished reading, right?
Right.
So when that high spun, right? We looked that up, right? Like, this is crazy. Baba mentioned, is that this book, Mama? He mentioned that white author. Yeah, that's in a little later. Yeah, but okay, so when the nucleus expands, and now it draws in even the outer electrons, and this is the high spun nucleus. This creates the environment for the MAFKUZHAT, because the high spun nucleus attracts all of the electrons, and they move in clockwise and counterclockwise. And when they correlate or they sync, what happens is they can't link. They can't link on a molecular level in order to become a metal again. So now it's like it settles on this impalpable white powder through the process. So there, God is saying, he says, then the weight rise and fall to 100% above its optimum weight, down to less than absolutely nothing. And its optimum weight is actually 56% of the weight from which it was transmuted. And he says the other 44% literally goes into another dimension. He says it becomes nothing except pure white light and translates to another dimension beyond the physical world. So this thing here, he literally said, if you place it on a scale, it can outweigh this quantity of gold. But once it's transposed into ash or dust, the Ma'at feather would tip the scale against it. Again, the impalpable. Pay attention to that, right? So let me read this. This is crazy. Anybody heard what I just read? Now watch this. Atomic high spin. What the hell? How my website come up? About to kick a verse. This ain't got nothing to do with that. Well, just for the record, I got bars. Let me say that too while we talking. All right, atomic high spin technology. This was written in 2005, God. Yeah, okay. E King on deck. Let's go. Yeah, Raul back, beloved. What's up with you?
Yo, Raul bad. What's the bill?
Ain't he come up here with his
Raul
WPLS, his WPLS, his 98.7 Kiss FM voice. Yo, Raul back. This is
Mirror static again, bro.
What's the bill?
I'm good. Yo, you here? Am I staticky?
Nah, you good now. Now it's good. Raul bad, bro. Raul bad, Zamal.
Raul bad. Okay, I thought so.
Yeah. Yo, so I'm about to read. We reading Paa Bananu, right? And I'm about to read this article called Atomic High Spin Technology by Robert Beard, right? May 4th, 2005. The first thing he started talking about was a priest king. First of all, look, the name of the article is ML-CHI-Zadok in the making of gold. Hold up, God.
Yo, what platform is that article on?
This is on keep saying that I don't see it. My wife said, she said the link is in the YouTube chat. Show me.
Right here, underneath. It's the first one underneath the red.
Let me see. What is it? I said, you mean with you?
Yes.
Like all the way up to the top? Oh, let me see. 834?
925.
Okay, let me go. Yeah, because she said she posted a link. So I'm just trying to.
In the YouTube chat.
In the YouTube chat. I'm looking at the YouTube chat now, man. That's what I'm saying. 9. Yeah, I don't see it yet. Post it again.
Okay.
So she gonna post the link again. So it's called Ezine Articles. Right? This is called Ezine Article. EZINE articles.com. I'm gonna type it in. Ezine Articles. EZINE articles.com. Let me see. Do they do the A like this? Yeah, they do. Articles.com. Yo, this is crazy. It literally says Melchizedek in the making of gold. You know what I'm saying? But that Mel, he didn't say Melchez, he MLCHI Zadok.
So that it won't come up any searches.
So it won't come up in any searches
with Baba's
at
name.
Baba's name. That's what that's about.
But the crazy thing is that at one point in time, it literally mentions the verse number from the Taraq.
All right, so Baba mentioned something called Highward Firestone. And y'all could go look that up. Highward Firestone. He mentions it. I'm putting that too. Oh, let me put the author's name. Robert Bland Beard. Yeah, that's the author. Oh my goodness. And Baba mentions this thing called Highward Firestone and says that it has the capability of raising human consciousness. Look that up too. Yeah. Oh, this was cool, man. Highward. I was like, what the hell? First, when I seen it, I looked it up just to see what the hell Bob was talking about. I was like, what is he talking about? I don't even know what the hell that is. What is he talking about? And then I was like, oh, wow, this is crazy. Look that up. Yeah, Highward Firestone. All right, so the priest king of Salem, who understood Highward Firestone according to the Gardner in Genesis of the Grail Kings, his name was Melchizedek. And there was a secret or inner sanctum group of Mormons who follow his lead. Then he mentioned a bunch of Masons. The Mason, Joseph Smith, 33rd degree Mason. Brigham Young, also a Mason, who founded the religion, followed a path tread frequently in the expansion of esoteric manipulation. It continues to this very day with check what it continues with the OTO offshoots. Who got the OTO movement? Nigga Drake. The Dracos. Oh, snap. Don't get me started. With the OTO offshoots, Scientology, and many other cults who believe in some, as they classify, very freaky things. Most of the lay people will never get to know the ulterior moves or motives of those who lead such organizations. The whole United States is one of their experiments according to many authors who have done excellent research in the matter. We will leave that portion of the issue until the next segment, even though it isn't much of a mystery that there are many things a reader should consider before jumping or attempting to cross this chasm. So anyway, the firestone was called Highward by the ancient Mesopotamians. We should now discover, as we enter the realm of high spin metallurgy, Solomon, quote unquote, was a very adept person in metallurgy and other things of this order, known as the Rosicrucian order, or the Christian's mystery school, or the Masonic octopus, as he calls it. I use octopus as a way of trying not to have lists of names and titles that will fill this book. The transmutation of gold. Like, hold on, I'm gonna read this. I don't want to read the whole thing. That's why I've set up the link, because I want to read exactly where this thing came from. Check it. The stone, which is to be, okay, let's talk about the philosopher's stone. The philosopher's stone is not a stone, but a powder. The white power to transmute base metals into gold. The stone, which is to be a transformer of metals into gold, must be sought in the precious metals in which it is enclosed and contained. It is called a stone by virtue of its fixed nature, and it resists the action of fire as successfully as any stone, but its appearance is that of a very fine powder, impalpable to touch, imperceptible, fragrant as to smell, in potency a most penetrative spirit, apparently dry and yet unctuous, and easily capable of tinging a plate of metal. The stone does not exist in nature, but has to be prepared by art in obedience to nature's laws. Thus, you see our stone is made of gold alone, yet it is not common gold. Each of these testimonies refers to the enigmatic stone being, in actuality, a fine powder, and talking of the precious metals within which the stone is contained. Modern practitioners refer not only to the gold and silver, but also to those metals which comprise the platinum group. These metals, along with the platinum itself, are palladium. Remember this when we get to cold fusion under the lithium heading. Okay, the other is palladium, is iridium, is osmium, rhodium, and ruthenium. And because of their ultimate strengths, they are used in surgical, optical, and dental instruments, crucibles and thermocouples, machine bearings, electrical switch contacts, and all manner of precision devices, down to the tipping of needles and pen nibs. So, hold on, because it shows you where they get it from. But I wanted to go back into. I'm trying to see where it goes back into. Melchizedek, of course.
It mentioned a lot of interesting points in there.
Absolutely.
That cold fusion is one of them, and also what he talked about, the philosopher's stone.
The philosopher's stone, yeah, definitely. And the idea, because most writings on the philosopher's stone don't acknowledge what it is, because they still chasing them. Niggas still chasing stones.
Nah, they want that secret, bro.
Yeah. So they thinking a stone almost like a manuscript or the stone, but no, it's not. It's not even a stone.
Nah, bro. Them secret and sacred orders, quote unquote, they seeking the secret of the stone, of the philosopher's stone.
They said, that's a fact. That's a fact. They said that the rhodium and iridium make up 5% of the brain's weight already. Yo, this is crazy. And then they said, look, this is one of their practices. This is one of the reasons why they were eating live animal pineal glands to enhance their psychic abilities. So we put in a link. I'm trying not to read all of it. I want y'all to get some of this, So this means that they not only knew and worked with these metals, but they understood the science of atoms and nuclei. Check it. For the highward state of the white power is only achieved through knowledge of the high spin metallurgical experience. Only by understanding this part of physical, part metaphysical science can one take a physical something and turn it into nothing. By applying the principle of 0 equals +1 plus -1, or the 10 Taurus with Israel. This is where you come in, God. Get it? Logos and harmonics are all associated. Interestingly, the high spin powder of gold has a distinct effect upon the pineal gland and its increased melatonin production, while the equivalent power of iridium has a similar effect on the serotonin production in the pituitary gland. I just read that literally, word for word. Yo, hold on. Yo, y'all gotta go read this. The Morning of the Magicians.
Let me ask you. You mentioned the word there, Taurus.
The Taurus though is spelled Taurus.
Exactly.
Yes.
That goes into it's a form of magnetism, right? It's a generator for the 0 time reference.
For 0 time reference. Tour. So look, listen to this paragraph. I literally just read this from the joint. So what precisely is a highward or high spin state, which converts these noble metals into impalpable white powder? A normal atom has around it a screening potential, positive screening produced by the nucleus. The majority of electrons going around the nucleus are within this screening potential, except for the very outer electrons. The nucleus goes to the highward or high spin state when the positive screening potential expands to bring all the electrons into the nucleus, right? Bro. These things literally went and read it like, oh, man. This is crazy. Hold on. In Morning of Magicians, Powell, I'm jumping around. I'm not, because I want y'all to go read it. So the wife put the link up. Still don't see it. Gotta put the link up. In Morning of the Magicians, Powell's and Berger tell about a meeting they had with the Falconelli, as well as the presentation he made in Paris Academy of Sciences. One of these authors was a member of the Heisenberg's team of scientists working on splitting the atom, and the other was the editor of Earth magazine. Falconelli warned about the dangers of the atomic forces that science was about to unleash, and he explained how the cathedrals were constructed to include the knowledge that they were seeking. Anyway, this is the author of Diverse Druids, columnist for ES Press Magazine, worldmysteries.com. That's another link, worldmysteries.com. So he sets off talking about, and then he got the transmutation of gold. Hold up. Malachi Zadok. I said Malachi Zadok. This says MLCH Zadok. This is how he spells it. And the making of gold. This is the title. I'm typing it in right now. CHI. Boom. Zadok. And the making of gold. So why I started reading this is because I wanted us to be reminded that the Mukasu are watching our every move, and whatever Baba's a quarterback and everything he throw, if we don't catch, it's getting picked off. They picking it off, and they going, God. Word up. They literally picking it off, and they going. So he even says the whole, man, let me see. Because he started talking about the modern day technology. Okay. Before commencing this section, it must be stressed that because of the potentially dangerous nature of an enterprise which deals with the high spin atoms, the explanations will be purposely veiled and guarded. Baba didn't veil and guard it. He gave it to us, right? These are the joints that they looking for. He giving us the blueprint to get, and they looking for it. And you have some modern technology, like chemists that are literally producing the monoatomic gold. Don't believe me? Check it out. And I ain't talking about them other dudes with the what does he call them, mama? With when they selling the gold and the silver that you could drink, but it doesn't even penetrate your cells. I ain't even talk about that. All right, the following is therefore presented as a general overview without detailing specific weights, temperatures, conditions, or laboratory burn times. This will prevent any ill-advised experimentations for the unqualified enthusiasts. Yo, they actually are doing this, y'all. And like everything else, like they did with the telephone, and we got the telepath or telepathy. They doing everything outside because they don't got what it was needed. They don't have the demand, which is the connection, and they don't have the guide. Yeah, this is like when you read this, y'all. There's another one too. Let me see. I got another link. Hold on. Genesis. Oh, Graham Hancock. Why are we talking about Graham Hancock? Anybody familiar with Graham Hancock? Because when by like right after this, it says the other 44% becomes nothing except pure light. I'm reading from the MAFKUZHAT book now. I'm the Bananu book now because it was literally word for word to the point where they actually have the number pages inside the article. So the other 44% becomes nothing except the pure light and translates to another dimension beyond the physical world. When placed on a scale, it can outweigh its quantity of gold. Yet when it is transposed to ash dust, even the ma'at feather will tip the scales against the abab heart. So weightlessness, as well as the powder of Highward Firestone, has the capability of raising human consciousness. Yet it is also a monatomic superconductor with no gravitational attraction. No gravitational attraction. So we looked up the Highward Firestone, and Graham Hancock came up. He's an author who writes about all kinds of conspiracy stuff, ancient, paranormal, supernatural, and stuff like that. And Lost Secrets of the Sacred Ark. And he's talking about, he says, throughout the past century, and especially since the days of Albert Einstein, scientists have been searching for the holy grail of modern physics, which they classified as unified theory of everything. They're looking for that. Look this up. Einstein grand unified theorem. Check this. Einstein has unified theory. You have a brother named Gabriel Oyibo. See, I'm putting his name up here. Oyibo. He's a scientist and mathematician, and he discovered what he calls GAGUT, Gagut, which looks a lot like, you know, what's that? What's the word for Stargate? Bawab, and also Gagat, right? So this is an acronym for God Almighty Grand Unified Theorem. So, which basically is, as they said, the unified theory of everything is no longer a theory, it's a theorem. He put it together in a practical formula. Let me get the formula for you. I will get you the formula for Gagut. That's how, yeah. We actually about to get him on the show. So that's how real it is. That's where we at with it. But I gotta get this to you. I gotta with my damn, where is it? IJ. Okay, we're almost there, y'all. Work with me, because we're doing this quantum physics thing. It's that serious. Secret Science. Got good, Gabriel Yee. Okay, here we go. Got good is G I J. Hold on. All right, G I J. This is the map. This is the formula of God good. T. It's G I J J equals 0. That's the God good math formula that Gabriel Oyibo that they're teaching at MIT, Harvard, Yale, all the science spots. He got the award, like the what do they call that? Like the Nobel Prize, Peace Prize, and all that. They gave him all that award stuff, and now they're trying to push him out of their story, and they're trying to take his stuff and apply it and not acknowledge him. Yep, Gabriel Oyibo. That's got good. That is the unified theorem of everything. So, and we have got to it, which is the gateway. So, bro, I don't know. You there? What do you say? So this has led to some amazing discoveries and emergence of a whole new language, which includes superstrings, quarks, superconductivity. I'm going back to the reading about Graham Hancock. This is what Baba mentioned in the Highwood Firestone led me to. Gravity-resistant material is hurled. Listen. It is now established that through quantum entanglement, particles millions of light years apart can be connected without physical contact. Space-time can now be manipulated. Teleportation is becoming a reality. Gravity-resistant material is heralded for air transport, and virtual science has led to a greater understanding of hyper-dimensional environments. The Mukasu is ready to get it, all right? They're ready to get it. Particularly in the field of cancer treatment. More especially, we looked at the gravity-defying attributes of this exotic white powder substances and at their abilities to superconduct and literally bend space and time. So weightlessness, back to the book. We're only on page 4. I'm telling y'all, look, I ain't going to stop like that no more. I'm trying to get through this 10 pages. Yo. Weightlessness, as well as the powder of Highwood Firestone, go look it up. Highwood Firestone, I tapped it in already, has the capability of raising human consciousness, yet it's also a monatomic superconductor with no gravitational attraction. So don't be fooled by the fakers, such as called Ethereum gold and Manatau gold. Baba said, don't be fooled with this. Don't be fooled by how bad, Stilo? Don't be fooled by Ethereum gold and this other gold called Manatau. Because most of the people that's selling this stuff they calling gold, it's gold, but monatomic gold is not. It's not gold. It's gold and 7 other metals. What's good, Raul Bass, Stilo? We good, God. You know, I'm Sue. None of these are MAFKUZHAT. In its real state, make note, right? Make note that because gravity determines space-time, then the powder is capable of bending space-time. It is exotic matter with a gravitational attraction of less than zero, nothingness, yet Takwan, existence. Originally, the white powder gold was in the bodies of the Natharu who came to Taha, Earth, from Sa'ahat, Orion, and Sabatat, Sirius. It was also called the spittle of gods, or the semen, or even in their Damam blood and Jasad flesh called wine and bread. Very important, right? Because Baba has the MAFKUZHAT, right? And of course, when you as you read it, it tells you the MAFKUZHAT has to be ingested. Baba's brilliant though. So it's telling you got to ingest this in your blood. It's called you have the white blood and you have the red blood. The white blood is the sperm or the semen or seminal fluid, and the red blood is the red wine and white wine. The white wine is the sperm. The red wine is the blood, right? So the Mukasu, the European Muirapu, used to dig up Egyptian bodies or mummies and chop up their dead bodies, mix into drinks, or bake into bread and eat it to cure their buras, their leprosy. Called the Order of the Rose if they needed blood, and called the Order of the White Rose if they used the white powder, put in the white powder and water. I was trying to protect us from something. I don't know. He said they needed blood and that other stuff, the spittle of the gods. Now, make note, I keep doing this. In the movie Jupiter Ascending, the head Mukasu family was called the Borasic family. Our word for leprosy is Boras. The Borasic family was harvesting planets, reducing humans to a white liquid, and they had the reptilians working for them. They had whole manufacturing plants. So y'all go look at that, get involved. It's real. All right, so this weightless powder forms a gelatinous suspension and looks very much like a vial of semen, and many other of the roses changed into Dracula or vampires or headhunters as far as traveling the Afafreye Ka'a, seeking the elixir of life from the Nubons or Nuwapu. So let me stop right there because Baba explains that's how it was ingested, right? So he says on page 13 in the elixir of secret tones and MAFKUZHAT elixir of life, he's talking about how I'm gonna start on page 12. He says, so now you act like the positive poles on two magnets, you repel each other as you repel me, who has the liquid gold, right? It is a single frequency of the golden greenish bright lights, in my case, which affects your DNA strands of your telomeres at the tips of your chromosomes to extend life, repair all genetic defects in your DNA, and realign your tone to the omniverse, Kalel Makwanat, healing all humanoid cells of any and all Maradzat diseases. Okay? So, very important, because in this day and time of supreme perversion by the necromaniacs, that's how I'm calling them. They will go to try to convince the people that, again, that the ritual is physical. Now let's talk about the ancients and how it was transformed through blood, and it was taken in. Like we go back to the story of Jehutwi or Nengizida and Adam and Eve, or Hawa and the K-bar, right? I mean Zakar and the K-bar. When you go back there, Rahul Babacardi, what's up, God? We doing the Paa Bananu. So when you go back there and Jehudi, and he put on the what book that's in, Halif? When Jehudi, he put on they was Netflixing and chill. He put on the Netflix so they go chill. And the ME stone he put on, and he taught her the science of the. Niggas don't want to hear the truth no more. And he taught her the sex science of the Hindus, the Kama Sutra, and he put on the red ME stone, hit off with some, you know what I'm saying? And then they turned her out, and she got the MAFKUZHAT from him that way. And then she passed it on, having relations with goofy old Zakar, Adam. He ain't know nothing about it. She went and slept with the guard, and then she brought it back to him, woke him up. That way. So the MAFKUZHAT, the way that the MAFKUZHAT will be passed on in this day and time, as the masters say, is just by being in his presence. Just by being in his presence. Another reason why they snatched him away from us. Just so y'all know, man. The original Napatans and Morians, so those are the Nuwapians and Nubians. So they created the art. Check what they did to get the MAFKUZHAT, right? The Mukasu. So they created the art of snake love or oral sex to drain the newborns of their life force, sending their daughters to seek them out. That's why these Mukasu feminines ain't got no reflex. They ain't got no thing to stop that thing from doing the thing because of this thing here. Read between the lines. Ain't got no thing to stop the thing from doing the thing. Okay. So the Mukasu women were sent out to absorb from the brothers the MAFKUZHAT through the snake love. They called it Orme, O-R-M-E, orbitally rearranged monatomic elements. It's for humans encoded in their DNA. Others lost it and are called a lost Ba'a, soul, or living soul. Asar said, I am soul. I am a star of gold. To become soul or Ba'a is to have the possibility of immortality with the use of alchemical gold. This is a part of our way. One of the lost things that the master brought back to us. In order to put, first of all, to let us know that he the dude, that he is who he is. Secondly, to put us above any and all on the planet that claim that they have a doctrine of rival this. Okay? Pay attention. This is yours. That we sacrifice it for, I don't know what, for nothing. You know, the word comes from alchemical gold. The word comes from alchem, from Kamamtat, the black land of Egypt. The secrets have been lost to many and kept by few. Now they dig all over Sudan, Egypt, and Ethiopia seeking it. It was entrusted to some of them, but in time these secret orders lost the secrets and will not find them or receive them again. But many of the newborns, even today, have it in their blood, but don't know it. And the battle of the roses was over it. The slave trade was for it. And today they still seek it. What is it? Let's go back to the first it. I am purified of all imperfections. What is it? I ascend like the golden hawk of Harar. What is it? I come before the mortals without dying. What is it? I come before my father's throne. What is it? You understand? The War of the Roses was for it. The slave trade was for it. And today they still seek it. And they created blood banks and even paid for newborn blood in hopes to find it. The it is the MAFKUZHAT. It's that white, the monoatomic gold. It's called gold to throw the people off. Honestly, just like the Rosetta Stone was left for the Mukasu, the Europeans, to throw them off, to have them think that they actually was translating the Safuf at, or the hieroglyphs. But if they was, then they would be transcending. They would be ascending through the interdimensional portals and stuff. But they not, because we didn't give it. The ancestors didn't leave it for them. They gave it to us. They didn't give it to them. They gave it to us in the personage of Paa Bananu. That's what it is. All right. They kidnap thousands of people each day, seeking it. Many are missing children. The Euro-American whose forefathers belonged to the secret orders, they seek it. Remember I was talking earlier about the OTO, the OVOs? Let's go. Let's do it. Don't do that. The OVOs. Who got the OVOs? Who team is that? The OVO with the owl. I don't know. Whose forefathers belong to the secret order, seek it. They create any and all systems to get blood tests. Right now, you got to give your plasma for this new alien invasion that hit. And it's a targeted virus for the Mukasu because their 6,000 year reign over the planet is over. It's over, right? We the ones giving them an extension because we don't want to step into the AM. We don't want to step into our duties and stand firm as a pillar of Wunuwap, Wusabat, and a representative of Panuthar, Parmerzak, even on the planet. You know, man, we striving to raise in degrees. So all of this in it, and this is all about putting energy out there in the universe, putting it out there. We got to counteract the negative energy, you know, that's constantly surrounding us, that's bombarding us, you know. So they create, all right, so they create any and all systems to get blood tests from the Melanite children. Know that because of you, he says, wow, stuff right here. Because of you, this quantum recursion optimized and gold electron valency. When gold is made soluble in your blood, it has the function of creating wormhole magnetic implosion in your blood elixir of mortality. How leave we at? Explain that to the people. Explain that to the people. The recursion, this quantum recursion optimized and gold electron valency when gold is made soluble in your blood. See, that gold activates in your blood. It has the function of creating wormhole magnetic implosions in your blood elixir of immortality. Not just any gold, best kept secrets. So now the master is about to cuss us out. He's about to check us. So pay attention very closely. Anybody any comments, any questions? Put them in, and we'll, you know, I'll do my best to add on. Anybody want to add on? You know, we here. That's what we're here for. Okay. I, Paa Bananu, travel the worlds. I sat with the wise of each culture's religion, secret order, and school of thought. I prayed with, chanted with, fasted with, mediated or meditated with, studied, listened, and read. I became one with each to be able to give you answers to all you seek. To give you what you think you want in order to save your being by giving you the facts. Raubat Muisar. I ask you over and over, don't believe me, check it out. I told you over and over, I am not a religious or holy man. I am a teacher. Well, I gave you the sacred ash. Remember from the Ansar Law, Nubian Islamic Hebrews, the sacred ash. Many saw it come from what looked like nowhere. It kept the Ansars from sickness and even brought some back to life. It kept many who would age young and healthy. I gave you life. I gave you health. Many came to me childless and asked, and I granted them children. Many asked what happens at death or their loved ones had just passed, and I went to the other world or called them to this one to bring you signs and messages from them. He said, I had no life, I had no love, I had no family. I only had what you asked of me. I did my best, and now the time is near for the truth to be known. Yes, I am the real thing. You will come to know this fact. The MAFKUZHAT is in my blood, yet I did not pass it on to my many sons and daughters to be misused by any. I devoted myself to your salvation, yet in turn, you betray me, left me to suffer and die for what I learned about you by you. Yet I am willing to lay down my life for you. And that's how it ends. He gave us all that high science, and then he sent us to the thing to get the switch. So you can get they line up so niggas get their ass whipped. That's what happened. Woo! Yo, damn. That was heavy, right? So again, go to that link. Here's another link. I didn't read yet. Hold up. That my beautiful wife sent me. Graham Hancock. There's another link. Let me see. Yeah, go read those links. That first one is the joint, though. The EZ articles. The EZN articles. And this talks about Melchizedek. Right? His name was Melchizedek. And there was a secret or inner sanctum group of Mormons who follow his lead. Talk about all the secret societies that follow the mystic order Melchizedek. We put the link up in there, so y'all check that out. They took the whole bill from the Bananu, Patarak. They took a whole build from that. It's crazy, straight from the master. Any questions, comments? Might want everybody good? Let me do a shot. I'm gonna do a rundown right now. All the gods and goddesses that's showing us, sharing with us that sacred Wakut, Kahin, Sayim Wakut, divine time. Rahubat, fair ascent. Rahubat Kamos. Rahubat Hotepba. Rahubat Al. What's going on, God? Appreciate you, Rahubat. Pata, Coach Ampu, Rahubat. George, Rahubat. Mark Hammonds, yo, brother Mark, you gotta hit me. I want to build with you. I see we're doing that the crypto thing. We might have to come up here and build with the people, go through some question and answers about the crypto science. Well, back Israel, yeah, yo, Israel, we gotta, you gotta reconnect with that as far as the this monoatomic goal, y'all. Raul back, brother Vernon Brooks, Raul back Johnson A. Yeah, we appreciate you. Yeah. Raul back nobody. Yeah, we're gonna say, Mama, you sent nobody yet. My wife said she sent you the email. She said check your email, nobody. Yeah, I'm gonna give it out to y'all. Y'all might as well go get it. We might as well go. We going to get it. What's that? Israel put it on his in the comments. Ormans. Yeah, that's the monoatomic gold. That's the real joint. Not like this other stuff these other dudes doing. Well, that's the realest we've seen so far because we've been doing research since we first read these books years ago. Yeah, we got to get back on that because that opened you up. So Israel, let me see if you still there. What was the effect like when you took the Ormus? How did you have you feeling? Raul back, Orel. What's going on, Orel? Raul back. Oh yeah, my now you good, God. Late response. I'm a time travel back to the present. I got you. Yeah, man. Raul back, Stilo. Appreciate you, Raul back, brother Bakari, Raul back. Aha. Best. Yeah, so okay, cool. We didn't get the shout outs there. Yeah, y'all seen that? This the armors. Y'all look this up. Look it up. Look it up, y'all. It's real. It's like that. So, all right. I had this before I wanted to read. And being that we finished that, I was surprised we finished that so early. Wow. You said it was amazing? Oh, we about to have niggas running around here like limitless. It's on. Don't get niggas already going vegan. Niggas don't smoke, don't drink. Niggas just exercising. Niggas just breathing, meditating, yoga, stretching, chanting. And now we gonna add that to the equation? Oh, beloved. It's about to be crazy. Yeah, we ordering that tomorrow. Yeah, that's what's up. So the brother said he took the Orman's monatomic gold. I know most of this stuff out there. Yeah, Drake has got that OVO. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. And he got the owl up there. That's an extension, an offshoot of the secret societies. Man, I think he a mission. Yeah. We talk about ground of the earth. You talking about barefoot in the grass? How God? So before
The reason why it took us so long to read the book.
but we were doing the research.
We kept on looking stuff up. So you gotta remind them about that. When you're reading the books, it's, the Bible's only gonna give us pieces to follow, breadcrumbs.
Yeah, I'm gonna reiterate that right now. That when y'all read these books, Baba's getting like E Student said, E King, he said he put it best. He said Baba's giving us screenshots. He giving us screenshots. So he throw it around. That's a fact. The Earth's electromagnetic field helps stimulate the body. That's real. So Baba gives us the information. It's scattered. Because remember, all right, this is a good bill to go in right now. The circadian rhythm. That's right. It's the natural circadian rhythm. So Baba, all right, this is my approach to deal with the master. The master is artificial intelligence. And I'm saying artificial, but let's say he's a higher divine intelligence. But I correlate, this is my way of understanding, processing the divinity as like an artificial intelligence or pre-encoded intelligence that's pre-encoded with rules of response. So he has to be asked certain questions in order for him to give out information. We have to be ready or prepared on a certain level in order for him to give us certain information. And so that's why he's like, you got to ask the questions. That's why he keeps saying, y'all asked me about all this religious stuff for 20 years. He's like, y'all asked me these questions. He's pre-encoded and pre-programmed to answer what we ask because he's a being, his oversoul is a being of 76 trillion years of information, right? He was assigned to give us the last 24,000 years of information, okay? From the last 6,000 year cycles, because we just finished a whole complete 24,000 years, and now we start in the next 6,000 year cycle or gold cycle where we come into power, all right? The cycle of culture, cultivating spirituality, getting back in tune with the sun people, right? He can only answer the questions that we ask. So if we don't ask the question, he can't move or raise up to the degrees. The elder god Mahatui yesterday, was that yesterday or the day before? On the last super cipher that conveniently everybody want to have super ciphers now. If y'all check everybody's page now out in the joint, everybody got 6 or 7 people on the joint now. All of a sudden, and I even heard Sinister Inky talk about he about to start doing the super, like doing his cipher of his little panel on Saturdays at the same time that our cipher's going down. Even the brothers that be banging out on Mondays, now they on some high science stuff on Mondays. That's a blessing. We commend them to get out of that, to raise out that savage. We gotta get out that savage state. But I noticed that's what we supposed to be doing, y'all. We setting the tone. We stimulating positive energy for growth and development, all expanding. That's what we doing. So anyway, the God Baba Yanun, he's like what Mahatwi was saying that Baba, when Baba started the whole HTM situation, right? When Baba started the HTM situation, that was stimulated by somebody's question about Zachariah Sitchin and the 12th planet. So now the computer, the download, the programming says, boom, oh, they ready for this. And that whole file open up. The whole HTM, the whole right knowledge series for our first language, our true roots, breaking the spell, what is Nuwapu? That whole file opened up. The holy tablets came, all that came from a question. Just like the way, if we start asking, that's why we got to study, because he'll put things in there. And if we research it, it'll open up more questions. But if we just read over it, we won't get everything we could get. We won't get everything we could get out of the book if we don't ask the questions and highlight and go and research and be like, wow, just like this little book, bro. This little book right here, bro. We was on this book for like an hour or something because we kept going into, we looked up high spin, right? We looked up the high spin metals, found that's a whole bill. We had to read that. Then we looked up that it was identical explaining. Oh, absolutely. Write them down. Write them down. Write the questions down. But listen, God, Israel, ask the questions now. Ask the questions in the forum. Ask the questions at the bookstore, at the class. Ask the questions, because one thing Bible want to answer questions that nobody else, that we can't answer. But if he put it in a book and it's there, he gonna be like, is this such and such and such? You ain't reading. Is this such and such and such? You ain't reading. You ain't say. That's how he gonna answer. It's like, yo, I wrote that. I broke that down already. That's in such and such. So that's why I'm encouraging you, read. Download as much of this information as possible, so that when we ask some questions, we raise the bar. That's what it's about. So then we looked up the impalpable, the word impalpable, and how it meant weightless. Like it was almost not there. My wife, she equated to, one time a butterfly landed in her hand and she went to touch the wings and couldn't feel it. She couldn't even feel the wings. But then when the butterfly lifted, she felt the force push her hands down. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So we looked these things up and we kept running into more stuff. This is similar to the brother, to our brother that's dealing with one of our brothers is writing a book, and his book is going to blow up it's going to confirm Wu Sabat all throughout our story, all throughout his story, and show how the Arabs and the Europeans of the shrine and the geopolitical power structure extracted and then suffocated and pushed down and silenced Wu Sabat internationally, right? And Baba, they knew who Baba was, confirmed who he was once he started reintroducing Wu Sabat. That was it. The questions was off the table because they got the prophecies in their writings. Anyway, the brother did the research based on crumbs Baba left already in the books way from the 90s. He looking up things that Baba was talking about in the 90s and finding out stuff that's not even translated in English till this day. One of the manuscripts the brother's translating himself. That's how real it is. It has never been translated into English, and it's dealing with our story of Wu Sabat. So we got to get on top of it. We was researching this, the Highwood Firestone. We researched that. That took us someplace else. Like, that's how we got to read these books. Another in Ptah book was like the oldest book on the planet. Ptah's Words of Wisdom. They said the way that the ancients study was whatever jumped out to you. That's what your soul needed at the time. That's what you're able to overstand and receive. So highlight that. My books glow in the dark. They're sacred, but they glow in the dark. I don't play. I'm highlighting what you see. I ain't playing with nobody or nothing, man. I start my books, man. My books, my tablets, you know if I'm reading a book a lot. Because every damn page got a highlighter. You mean the what's that? Materialization. That's what you mean. The materialization ritual.
That's a book itself, ain't it?
Yeah, that's literally a book. It's literally called the materialization rite. And it's inside the book, the materialization rite book. Yeah. And you put it in, you can find it on the black market. But it's really an ancient Egyptian order scroll that's not supposed to be sold or passed off to any AEO members. But a lot of people, that's why the AEO was closed. The order was shut down because a lot of people can't hold water, and they were sharing the books and the information of the elders. But everything can be found right now. You got the stash over there. All you got to do is look it up. You got it. So before we go, I'm gonna read this. This is from the 33 Commandments of the Sabians, and I meant to read it the other day, but we read so much and we was building on some other stuff. So this is called Sacrifices, Slate 33, page 98, Sabach at. Why does their Gadad, God, ask for basar, flesh, and demand blood offerings and sacrifices? Why do the gods of the Bible and the Quran ask for basar, wool, demand sacrifices, flesh and blood sacrifices, and offerings and oblations, rituals, and their Datat religion to feed? All living things eat for nourishment. You have herbivores, carnivores, omnivores, cannibalistic. Some are more than one. And some living things such as sayak, plants, feed off of the sun through photosynthesis. At one time, we used to, with the melanin, run through the same process as photosynthesis. You know, as a cousin. And I think as we eat more green, yeah. All things are grown in an environment which has been provided with what they need to consume to grow. That is, yes. Excuse me. My kitten is acting up. She's all in my suckers. Go over there with mama. Go on, get out of here. All things are grown in an environment which has been provided. She want to get on camera with what they need to consume to grow. That is the rule of nature, physical and ethereal. Some things die to provide hayu, life, for other things. Some things kill to provide life for other shayat things. Think about that. Some things die to provide life for other things. Like the master said, he said a lot of animals that they consider mythological animals, he said they don't exist anymore because, this is one of the most profound statements I've ever read. He said a lot of animals, yes, he said a lot of animals that we consider mythological no longer exist because the human particles and the fecal matter of the plants that they ate was absent from the soil. So the plants that they ate, or the animals that ate the plants that they ate, or the animals that ate the plants and they ate the animals, doesn't exist anymore because the human principle was taken out of nature. So the human part of the animals and plants was taken out of nature. So those other animals that lived off of those animals and plants could no longer exist. He also says that when it's time for a being to cease to exist and to be extinct in nature, they have to, because their very air poisons the rest of the living in nature. Their breath. They're not even supposed to be here. So when you have like the panda bears should be extinct. But you have the Mukasu, who are unnatural being. They can't understand and grasp these concepts. So they save the panda bear. Now, the panda bear is disrupting the ecology, destroying the things around it, unbeknownst to us, because this is a natural nature, right? And and the ecology, and setting forth things, poisons, and other animals can't come into existence because the panda bear is taking up that time slot. Living creatures have living basar flesh and living ka'a spirit, and both fed to sustain. The physical is three-dimensional, while the ka'a spirit is multi-dimensional. You live in a multi-dimensional Kale Makwan omniverse. Yet most don't have access to more than three dimensions. Tajumat, Muziyad Hayen Mata, extraterrestrials, Mokraju, aliens are not restricted to only three, and they have conscious access to Azubat energies of other dimensions that Adamites cannot access, and those living in their image of other seeds are unattuned by Adamite genetic markers and blood mixing with them. When most aliens come to Earth, this not being their natural environment, they have to feed off of Azubat energies to sustain their lives, and is why Tayafat ghosts always tell the living to die. Angels, Makbatu, ghosts, Tayafat, apparitions, Tatyufat, specters, poltergeists, and jinns, Mujnanu, shadow figures, and spirits, Ka'at, are all multi-dimensional beings. All must feed while in this environment, which is not their own. The human and animal spirits are also omnidimensional, so they can be used as nourishment for other beings. So aliens ask for them to be offered to them. When an earth creature dies, the spirit leaves the flesh, basar, and the life, nashat, spark, energy, and the corpse are separated. We'll read this again. When an earth creature dies, the spirit leaves the flesh, and the life spark, energy, and the corpse are separated. These sparks or energies can be perceived by the entities who can feed off of them. Evil ones love negative energies, munhashu. The more violent the mawut death, the more energies and sadness the feelings of defeat by sports games. They feed off of those energies as well. Different Mukraj aliens are attracted to different parts. Just as you juice something, peel others, eat some raw, and others are cooked, boiled, fried, baked, or steamed, aliens have their choices also. Mutnanu, the reptilians, they consume basar, flesh. Murkmadu, the grays, they want adrenaline. That's how they got the Mukas was hooked on that adrenochrome. The Mukraju, the aliens, want Ka'a spirits and Ba'a soul. And some Mukraju aliens eat flesh and drink the man blood raw, and some cooked. Much like the Adamites who live in their image, and like them, even eat human beings. Cannibalism. Let me give you some biblical quotes. Leviticus 26:29, Leviticus 29:33, Deuteronomy 28:53, Deuteronomy 28:64, 2 Kings 6:29, Jeremiah 19:9, Lamentation 2:20, Lamentation 4:10, Zechariah 2:6, because their seed was mixed with these aliens that they call angels or sons of God, Nephilims. Earthlings are now eating what their aliens who made them eat, flesh and blood as well as herbs. Psalms 78:25. So the aliens in the Bible and the Quran made a deal or covenant, energy vampires, as well as literally physical vampires that drink blood. Because think about the Europeans. A lot of the Europeans, you go to the War of the Roses between the Yorks and the Lancaster. It was a war because one of the family Europe, they had no hemophilia. They were hemophiliacs. They had no hemoglobin or clotting factor. This is one of the reasons why Baba said earlier that They got us because of their MAFKUZHAT. The MAFKUZHAT is in the blood. It's a healing factor, and they're naturally sick because the Caucasians are carcass Asians or dead or deteriorating Asiatics. See, so energy vampires, definitely. That's why we do a lot of rituals and the prayers and the chants in order to protect ourselves against the energy vampires, both white, black, and anything else. But when you look at, remember before the invasion, right? When the world shut down, if we go look up on YouTube, all those attacks that was happening with cannibals, and people would start biting people in their face, biting people in their arm, literally started eating people. Yeah, that's happening. And you look at Japan, they had this dude that was literally running around eating people. They locked him up. They locked him up in another country, and then they sent him to Japan. In Japan, they let him go. And he said he don't even know why he's doing it, but it's in his genes. His genes reacted to the morphogenetic field, and it's just doing what it's supposed to do, going back to their original state. And we don't want to be around them. They infiltrating, recolonizing under the banner of gentrification. That's recolonization, right? And they're infiltrating to make sure everywhere we're at, they're right there. So when they flip and they go back to their natural state, and this World War Z kick in, we're going to be right there. We pray that they're going to be like The Walking Dead and not World War Z, or even that other joint with Ghost from Power and Baptiste when they was in Vegas. Because not only, yeah, the bath salt epidemic had them niggas leaning back for real. They was leaning back. But that, what was that, Vegas something? All right, we got to look that up. Nah, it's happening right now. But yeah, in that movie, those beings, they were conscious, they were zombies, and they could fight, and they had a hierarchical structure. We don't want that. We don't want them. I want that Walking Dead smoke. That's what I want. If we're gonna go that route, I want that. I'm washing. Huh? I told you, son. We don't play that. Washing them. That World War Z, oh, nigga, hiding. Whoa, nigga, hiding. I mean, we got to bust them in their head and all that. We know that. What I'm Kevin Hart said. He said, nigga, like, oh, nigga's a headshot zombie. Yo. So check it. The aliens in the Bible and Quran made a deal, a covenant with the Adamite seed, with the Mukasu, the Europeans. Absolutely. Slow and incapacitated, just like I like them. Play dead, zombie, all right? Don't come up here jumping hurdles, pointing at me. Oh, no. I'm gonna have to do like from one of the Walking Dead techniques. Put all the blood and stuff of the dead body and the zombie on you, and I got to move like them. Until I get to word. So they told the Adamites, yo, you kill and offer to us flesh and demand blood, and we will not eat you. This was the deal. You're my chosen Mushkasu people. Deuteronomy 7:6, Quran 3:33. This is the deal that the Europeans, the Mukasu, made with the extraterrestrials to provide them with flesh and blood so that they wouldn't be on the menu. And a deal was made. The first test was Cain and Abel. Genesis 4:2-8. Their Lord of the gods wanted flesh and blood, not herbs. So this is why Cain was schmitted on, because remember, Cain was the one that was the keeper of the herbs and stuff, and Abel was the keeper of the calves. So they was ready to barbecue, and this thing come over there with a salad. They was like, "What the hell? You come over here with this salad?" No matter what he did, he was gonna get he was gonna get this because them niggas came for the chicken. They came for barbecue chicken, and this nigga came with a salad. So they was like, you disrespected us, right? So, right? So, and the gods wanted flesh and blood, not herbs. So they ate the meat right? Genesis 18, 1 through 8. So the aliens still wanted to eat the Adamites. Genesis 22, 1 through 3. Psalms 106, 35 to 38. They never knew who they called on. The Adamites never knew who they called on, or who would come by the name Yahweh, Exodus 6, 2 through 3. So that is why they were ordered to never use that name out loud. When they called out, it could be Enki and his Dengir, who were herbivores, or it could be his half-brother Enlil and his Igigi, who were carnivores and cannibalistic, or Nanar, Pa Mudwao, the devil. Yo, what he said, the God said, the clothing of the high priest is a chef uniform. That's crazy. Think about Leviticus and them telling them the garb and uniform on how to dress. It's a chef uniform, and they give them the ingredients, and they give them the menu on how to and instructions on how to perform and how to cook for them specifically. That's real. Raul Battersar, what's going on, God? Okay, so and the Muslims of the Wushalam, Islamism, who follow Abraham's religion, Quran 130. So they also perform sacrifices and change Yahweh to Rab in their books, yet still offered to Allah, or Rab, basar, flesh and blood, yet claim their Allah did not eat the meat, basar, flesh, or drink the blood. He only wanted, check it, he only wanted the nashatat, the sparks or energies of the spirits out of the animals, the life force. Yo, what's that movie with the it was a video game and it was like the orgs, and one of the green dudes, what's that, battle something, the orgs, and they had the things, yeah, and one of the green dudes, he was the wizard, and he was just sucking all the souls from, and he was trying to get into the next dimension so he can just do that to everybody. He lived off of absorbing their souls. Yeah, man, this is an energy thing, bro. Energy vampires. And that's why we have to learn psychic self-defense and physical self-defense and all kinds of other self-defense, right? Because they coming. Spiritual self-defense also. Word never thought of it like that. Yeah, great analysis. That's a fact. So he didn't need, that's why he set it up earlier in the joint when he was like, look, every being needs nutrients. Every type of being needs nutrients and to be satisfied for life. Some eat meat, some are herbivores, carnivores, etc. When different beings come from another dimension, a lot of them, they satisfy themselves with energy. The best energy is the pain. That's their thing. Sadness. They get more energy from sadness and pain. This is why they stimulate in the social engineering of the world. They stimulate so much depression and sadness and stress. We have a book called Feeding the Forces. God of War. Facts. That's real. Feeding the Forces shows that all you doing when they help to build that adrenaline, get us emotional. Us Kameen Mushkasu or black people, our problem is that's why we have a problem with business and we have a problem with law and dealing with the courts, because we get too emotional, because they stimulate stress and adrenaline and fear and anxiety, and that feeds their six ether vampire forces and shadow forces, and that feeds them, and it makes them stronger in the atmosphere, in our environment. So this is the situation with the God of the scriptures of the Bible. Excuse me. So Allah is feeding off of the spark energies of the spirit and the animals, the life force. So the offerings are spirit or the flesh. as they can smell the blood. Kings 18:27-28. And cooking meat, Genesis 8:20-21. And all of the Leviticus chapters 1 on to chapter 10, also Revelations 19:16-21, they ate meat. And Genesis 18:1-8, their God ate meat. Abraham's God is the same as Muhammad's God. They just called him another name. Warcraft, that's the movie. That's the movie Warcraft. Go check that movie out. The God of War was crazy too. That was when someone was selling all the guns. That was retarded. But that Warcraft, that was the exact joint I was thinking about, because them dudes was absorbing souls like crazy, bro. And that's how he fed. He fed off of the energy. And there's energy beings like that, energy vampires, they feed off of. And we need the right. Listen, we don't. The chance that we have that Baba has given us, the supplication that he's given us in the gold book and things like that, those are not the only chants and prayers we have. Nigga, y'all better start writing out specific prayers and chants. Protect us from the energy vampires, the blood-sucking Mukasu, the disagreeable judicial system. Y'all better start writing those things out and putting them out there to pot of thought. Like, yo, help us on that side. We gonna spread this thing on this side. But we need assistance. Y'all start calling the you better start calling the cavalry and stop playing. So Muhammad's God is called Allah, but he's the same God as Abraham's God. A lot of the Muslims always want to play that game. Oh, like, we don't deal with that. We don't deal with that. We don't deal with that. No, nigga. Just because Jamal, right, did dirt in Israel, right, for years, and then when the heat was on him, he broke out and went to Saudi Arabia and changed his name to Raheem, don't mean Jamal and Raheem are not the same people. Okay? Niggas that know. Right? So Allah is Yahuwah and Elohim. He's Yahweh, the same one Abraham was calling on. That's who Muhammad was calling on, just in a different region. That's right. Sheshmu and Amha. Stop it, love it. The God Mukbatu, angels of the Bible, and the Quran, as well as the Book of the Mormons, were Muzyad Hayin Mata, extraterrestrials. Mukraju, aliens. Some were good, Sahin, and others were evil, Nahes. Some are Mukbeyu, shapeshifters. Some Mubrayat, insects. Monsters and Hamanadu. Some are humanoids. And there are many of them who come to the planet for their own needs or reasons. Humans are Bora, food to some, just as Bukaru, just as cows are food to humans. The good ones told the Muadamu, the Adamites, don't eat flesh or blood meat. Leviticus 3-17, 7-27, and Genesis 3-9. They was told don't eat flesh by the good extraterrestrials. Yet the Muadamites, the Adamites, did not and do not obey this, and to this very day they still eat blood meats. Some are also muvjadu. Some of them are also cannibals. Even today, behind closed doors in private, positive entities. Listen, hold up, before I move on. Research cannibal restaurants. Listen, they got the nerve to have cannibal restaurants throughout the country. This is what they say. They say that they don't serve cannibal meat. They don't serve human meat. They serve regular blood meat that tastes as close to human as they could get it. Question: how do you know, nigga? Because you done ate a nigga. That's why. See? Look it up. Another question, right? Why are you coming? Like, some of them, they come out, the food comes out looking like human limbs. There's one restaurant that was in I think it's in New York. I'm gonna look it up again. And check it. The whole restaurant is dark. You leave all your stuff that can light up, your phones and all that in the front, and they escort you to your seat. And all of the damn, I don't even want to say that out loud, Sorrel. But all of the waitresses and waiters in this restaurant are blind. So they already in the dark. So they don't know what you eating. And now you go over there and you order. So this, you put your order in. You did your order. Oh, listen, I'm gonna build on that in a second. You put your order in the lobby where it's light at. But when you walk into that restaurant where they eat at, it's pitch black. Now, the guards said they did a test study in Wendy's, and they said even the meat that they be cooking in the fast food restaurants as human DNA. I don't even want to go into that because look up the Rabbi Finkelstein situation. Rabbi Finkelstein literally said most of the meat in Mickey D's is the people y'all looking for. Yeah, he even admitted that the Yahudi have been cannibals for years, and that they're the chosen of God, but that God is Satan. See, this is what the master is saying right now, just that God being Satan, but Satan and God being extraterrestrials is what he added to it, which we can reason out just by saying that no matter what God you're saying you deal with, that God is not from Earth. That makes him an extraterrestrial. I went back and forth with this with my daughter for the longest. I'm like, so Allah is an extraterrestrial. She's like, no, he's not. Like the angels are extraterrestrial. The jinns are extraterrestrial. They're not from here. They come here and go back to where they're from. So they extra terra astral, extra beings on Earth, terra astral of or from the stars. Boom. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Had to get that about the cannibals. Positive entities such as Africans, Indians, and Asians who don't eat blood meat feed directly on the primordial life energy, Nashat, of Fateh al-Fatah, natural nature, which is the divine source of all nutrition. See, he's going to clarify what he means by blood meat. The blood meat eaters are cut off from the original life force. We, Sabatu, yeah, he blowing up their spot hard. We, Musbatu, Sabians, have asked, Mama, you smell that?
Yeah. Got it.
You smell it now. Jeez, Mama. We, Musbatu, I'm sorry, we Musbatu have access because we feed on sayakat, plants, kodzarat, vegetables, porat, fruits, tuyaru, fowls, and sea creatures. So, check it. So when we talk about blood meat, we're talking about the cows, the goats, the lambs, the deers, the pigs, all that other stuff. The fowl is not considered blood meat. The fruits, the vegetables, the plants, and the sea creatures are not considered blood meat. All right? All kalal, all that absorb life, nashat sparks energies from the Shamash sun and combine it with substances taken from the Matha earth to produce nutrients. Now, we all should be striving to become vegans. Even though, but Baba says like a lot of it is hard because of the mixture and because of our habits, but we got to push this Nathar to the forefront and we got to we strive to become vegans. If you start, you do it once a week and then go to twice a week and then 3 times a week and just keep doing it. Find different meals to cook, ways to balance it and flip it. You know what I'm saying? But you got to strive to become vegan. We all striving to become vegan and combine it with the substances taken from the earth to produce nutrients. Remember, before we came on dry land, we lived beneath the waters, the Mayat, and we fed from it. So we ate the sea creatures when we were in the waters. Have you noticed that even the human carnivores don't eat the meat of carnivorous animals? And their bodies smell of odors. Their waste smells. Their sweat has an odor and breath smells. That is rotten flesh or nasaj tissue. in their bodies that was not designed to eat blood meat. Their teeth, misnanat, and nails also give that away. Yet the Adamites were mixed in their DNA with Canine, Monab, Mukwaf, Simeon, Porcine, Mulaf, and all are flesh eaters. As they are like animals, they have Katat body and Ka'ah spirit, yet no Ba'ah soul. That is also why the Muadamu Adamites also have an attraction to canines. Something else. They call Muisar family and try to transform into Hamanu. Humans. They try to transform the canines into humans. There's cases all through Europe. There's cases of the Mukasu going to court to try to treat animals, chimpanzees, and canines as humans, equals, mostly because they wanted to marry them. It's a whole, and you can look up the animal brothels. Look up the animal brothels. So all y'all people that's into mixing with the Mukasu, look up the animal brothels that they have all through Europe, where the men are paying to go sleep with animals, like hookers, right? And the animals are raised and groomed to accept the male saddling on them and performing even oral sex. This is the Mukasu. This is the world y'all. Go ahead. This is the world y'all trying to assimilate in. This is the brave new world. This is just stuff. Go and enjoy it. Enjoy it. Also, the many sicknesses and maratsat diseases they have and spread comes from flesh eating. They're aliens, Elohim, Alihat, Theos, gods, Anakim, or Anakai, Anunnaki, facts. They have dog sex camps. That's a fact. Feed off of them. And those in the Bible and the Quran who came by way of Adam, they just give different tribe names, yet are the same bloodline for Adam. This explains their purpose for animal sacrifices and offerings, and even of some human sacrifices. Note that they never sacrifice or offer sumac, fish, or other sea life. And you, as Musnanu Sans people, were sent down from Sapat Su, or Sirius C star system, which collapsed next to Sapata, Sirius A, and Sapat Bay, Sirius B, to Masa, Orion, then to this Makkah planet under the waters first. So he went through the traveling that we came from the Sirius star system, which collapsed next to the Sirius A, and then the Sirius B, then on to Orion, and then to the Earth into the water. Then you came onto land, so your protectors, Natharu, did not let them eat you. Yet much mixing with the Muadamu Adamites up to the year 2000 put their blood in many of our people's bodies and can attract the flesh-eating Mukraju, aliens. The reason the people of the Bible and the Quran and the Book of Mormon speak of lights, fire, or illuminating Mukwanu beings is because the Nadar on the altars, Misbakat altars, is where they place the flesh of the dead after they drained all the demand blood to be sprinkled to attract the aliens. Luke 10:18, Matthew 28:3. Yeah, this is a heavy bill. This is a heavy bill. We going straight through. And the son of Enlil was Nanar, or Atar. Remember Atari for light? Atari, the god of light. Remember that first video game system, y'all? Or Anar, or Anun, Munir, all dealing with Nawar, light, brightness, Nadar, fire, lightning. It's very clear that there were more than one Elohim, Allah, Allahiyat, Rabiuna, or Arbab, Yahweh. In these quotes, Exodus 15:11, Exodus 23:32-33, Numbers 33:4, Deuteronomy 12:31, and Deuteronomy 12:29. It was different. Muziad, extraterrestrials, Hayin Mata, Mukraju, or aliens. And Elohim can be a physical rajal, masculine man. As you see, Yahweh made Moses one, Exodus 7:1, and El of the Elohim, and Jesus was one, Matthew 1:23, Emmanuel as El with us. The very Hebrew madat word they use in the Bible for covenant is Genesis 6:18, Hebrew Strong's number 1285, barith, from Hebrew Strong's number 1262, bara, eat or meat, and from Hebrew Strong's numbers 1267, baruth, food or meat. Remember I said, get the Strong's Concordance, y'all, the Hebrew Strong's Concordance, and the Arabic Strong's Concordance, and the Greek Strong's Concordance. So you get the languages. You could pick all these words right on out. They don't realize that covenant or food, eat meat, refers to the humans and the animals that their God, Allah, or Lord desire, or Rab's desire for food and nourishment while here on earth, attracted by fear and fright. Maka Mata, Planet Earth, Sector 24. Planet Earth, let me put it on a big screen. Planet Earth, Sector 24 is a Mazra'ah, a farm for many Muzyad Hayin Mata, extraterrestrials, Mukraju, aliens. They come and abduct people, or people by the thousands just go missing and are literally taken and eaten. Some abduct humans and try to breed them for food like humans do with animals. Some are spiritual vampires who feed off of your emotions, Tashorat, and the Muadamu Adamites feed them by feeding off of people of all races every day. The social engineering, creating all this chaos, keeping everybody poor, drugged up, stepping on niggas' necks, the social engineering with all the bullcrap media and talk shows that keep people going off teeter and get you away from your natural nature. That's in order for them not to be eaten and to put you on the menu. So now you vibrating where they vibrating on by following their way of life, and now you become the replacement for them on the menu. By win and lose and loss games, to have teams going against each other, to gamble, to vote, to fight, to run, to play games with winners and losers, they create for the spirit vampires, Muskayu, all kinds of challenges, contests, and sports in order to feel being Muadamite or Adamites don't have soul. So they got to go through all those different types of things in order to feel stimulated. This is why them niggas jump over roofs, hang glide, bungee jump, because they have to create false stimulation to feel alive because they lack the soul. They don't have the Ba'a. They lack real regret and remorse. Like canines, you will think a dog loves you, but it doesn't. It's a beast by nature and responds to whom it's fed. Even newborn babies are not kissing you. They're trying to eat you, nigga. That's why when you keep letting the baby nub on you and they start getting their teeth, they don't stop. No, they still try to eat you. They trying to continue to bite on you. Yes, right. The Muadamu have in their DNA equal amounts of human with canine, simian, and porcine. That is only 1/4 human. That is what you think you see as emotions from them, and they're taught that by cinema and TV, novels, and plays. It's all acting. They imitate what is broadcast to them from children. All their lives, they are being taught how to feel, how to think, and even how to react behind cinemas. So the cinemas is their blueprint on how they're supposed to move. That's why dealing with these Mukasu, that's why dealing with these Mukasu is like, all right, peace and blessings, beloved. That's why dealing with the Mukasu is like a movie. Brother said all of the family of the Anuna are called E-L-I, Ila, Allah, Ilah, and this is the ancient tongue of Akkadian, and the plural was Ilum. That became Allahumma, and Syriac, Arabic, and Aramaic, and Hebrew. That's a fact. And just for the record, brother Asar, I sent you the link so you could be in. Long time now. So you could have been in and kicked all that to the people. But we got 2 more pages. So they can act humane, pretend they care about other races, just as the canine act as if they care about their pet owners, when in fact it's whomever feeds them. The Adamites create all-day characters of themselves, character heroes, superheroes on the Kabbalah news. If one of them does anything, they pointed out how great he is. If you are to remove their fake characters, you would see a phony and a fraud. Everything about them you can find in a book or on a screen. He was made to act like his maker. Genesis 1:26. Made in their image and to act like them. And that's all they do, act. So they have all kinds of games ongoing with millions of persons, people with feelings of losing all the time. So sadness, defeat, depression is in the Hawaii, in the atmosphere. To feed their munfalo, their fallen angels who are spiritual mustakayu, vampires. Their biggest offering to the spiritual vampires is war, killing, accidents, abortions, misgalat, drugs, alcohol, and arguments. And the Muadamu Adamites need things to heighten their 1/4 human feelings, so they drink the coffee, mabnan, or toya, tea, first thing in the morning. Then hakat, beer, all zamut day, or other forms of alcohol and need for drugs or tobacco. They even use wagua, pain and danger, just to feel, or like to have their whole body piercings, anything for physical reaction, acting, character. That's all they are doing. And they get their own characters from their own akalat minds. They became the author, or Thor, their god Thor, authentic, authenticate, authority, authorize, authorship. Don't believe anything they offer you. They are only 1/4 of you. They are only 1/4 you. They can love each other. They can cry, wail, and moan. Yet it is only the 1/4 human in them, and that's for their own only. To all others, it's acting. That brings up an experiment I seen years ago and it was actually it was like an Asian, a Mongalo that was doing the experiment with like EKGs, and so they were monitoring Mukasu and Nagaru and Mongalo at a water fountain and at like a coffee machine. Excuse me. And they were monitoring them, and they noticed in the EKG, right, that the Mukasu didn't even acknowledge the Mungalu or the Nagaru. The blacks and the Asians weren't acknowledged at all. The EKG didn't move, right? Because they weren't stimulated. So this decision to not acknowledge us is not a conscious decision. It's an innate situation. It's who they are by unnatural nature. Where the Nagaru recognized everything that was moving around and recognized everybody was going to and fro from the water fountain. The Mungalu, the Asian, recognized everybody and basically considered the other people that wanted to go and drink the water, right? But the Mukasu, man, that's why they be bumping into you in the streets and stuff. They can't see nothing but themselves. They can see them. They don't see you at all. You're invisible. Yeah, it is only the 1/4 human in them, and that's for their own only. To all others, it's acting. Remember, I was talking about the other day. I went to predominantly Mukasu school. When you walk up, you look at them. When they see you looking at them, fake smile. And as soon as they see you leave, it's back to the bland, blank face. That's how they been. That's how they always are. Excuse me. You can train them, yet you can't reform them. The Muadamu now know that their religions were made up by Akorians or Arconians, Mokano. So now they are replacing their beliefs to aliens and ghosts who they will slowly change to their Gadad gods and their saviors. That is what's been programmed into them over the past 6,000 years. They're the chosen. Whomever Muyashu, males of their Salal race controls the lies and their way of life. That's all they know. Do not live in their image. Do not get the genetic markers of theirs by mixing with their Muyashu males. It's not about Salalism, racism, and our Hazab culture. You can have their females as mates as long as she lives in our image and our Hazab culture as Musbatu. I don't want it. Y'all niggas can have it that still idolizing the white, system. And that's just going to create more hostility because the white women are going to jump the boat like the Titanic is sinking. They say, oh, black these. Oh. And a bunch of these slave niggas going to go get them. Let me get that white girl. You know what I call white women? We call them BMWs. Black man's wish. You niggas. That's the training. Yeah, so, yeah, you can have them as long as they accept the culture. You can help their Muswal Tatu, female people, woman, yet not their Rajal, masculine men. The Mukraju aliens go after their Vanas Tasu, feminine, as you see this in Genesis 6, 1 and 2. The daughters of Adam, not the Sawa'u, sons, or Murjalu, men. You can help the Muishashu, the females, they could be saved. The females could be saved. Even though they wicked. I don't know how to do it. You can reform them. You can cure them. Their Mukraju aliens have no use for their Murjalu men. So nor should we. Their own choice is Nahas, evil. Sawab, Kawun Sawab. So let's talk about that. I was saying you can have the white girls. All y'all niggas can celebrate. Kings celebrate. We could get them white. Homes white. Homes white. Home. Nah, nigga. If you really study the doctrine, how you gonna want to get a white home? That's crazy. You got brothers that's supposed to be in the know. These niggas act like they know, and they talk about they don't even want to be with the sisters that's in the tribe. They talk about they only want to sleep with virgins. They only want to sleep like, man, come on. Niggas is crazy. Niggas be on some real special stuff. You raggedy, dirty. I'm saying this. If the master's saying we could be with white women, then you know he's not trying to discredit or shoot down the sisters. He's saying that these white women are different. He's bringing it up because the fact that we can't save the white man. He done. His overseers don't even want him. His alien overseers don't even want nothing to do with him. He's done. The women could be upgraded in the genetics because they're receptors, so they could take in your genes and they can recalibrate it and W, and they could be upgraded from a 6 ether, yes, to a 7. Well, Bobby said 9, but them niggas here ain't napping up. But don't go out there doing that. If you really studying this doctrine, you know that the 30 spirits is real, and as you mix in with that, you're going to go back to them 30 spirits and them 30 spirits on top of 30 spirits on top of 30 spirits, 4 generations, plus whoever they mix their genes with. You don't want none of that. You don't want none of that smoke. All right? So we're going to end. That's anybody got any questions, comments, anything? Make sure y'all like, share. Y'all we're going to read another book next week. Next Monday. We're going to read an extraterrestrial book. Well, at least some of it. We don't have to read the whole thing. We'll read some of it, though. I'm thinking like read some of that Man from Planet Risk. Let's go back to that. How about that? Yo, let's go eat some of that Man from Planet Risk, y'all. I'm looking at the other designer jeans because I read this one the other day. This was Intelligent Jeans. Intelligent Design, excuse me. So yes, this is Intelligent Design, Divine Design, or Apply to Aliens, and Designer Jeans. All right, yo, listen, I appreciate y'all rolling with me. I'm gonna end with this Paut. Behind the central door is the way to Baba Yanun's soul. Abtu pa Taraq, laye pa Rawuk em Yanun. Abtu pa Babab layehu. Open the way towards the soul of Yanun. Open the door towards him. Repeat this when in need of him to hear and to help you. A lot of y'all niggas acting up funny. You know, we had that big thing about them videos and all that. Y'all want to speak to Baba? Here go the number. The number is Abtupa Tarak Laye Pa Rawuk M Yanun Abtupa Babab Layehu. That's the number. Nigga. Dale, 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 baby. Thank you, beloved. Again, let me give my shout outs to my peoples. You know, you already know. Listen, Brother Mark Hammond, appreciate you. I appreciate you. 19 Cain, Brother Assad, appreciate you. Israel, Brother Atun, appreciate you. Brother Aha, that's, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate you, Brother Bacardi. Tell you, me and Bacardi go back. The fair descent, I appreciate you, sister. Give me my $5 you owe me. Yeah. Hold on. I'm Brother Stilo. I know you came through. I appreciate you, God. You already know. George Pristel. I appreciate you, God. Yeah, y'all look up all that stuff I'm saying though. Like Brother Assad. I appreciate you. Y'all make sure y'all look up that stuff I was saying about Gabriel Yibo. Look that up. John Sene, Hotepa, appreciate you, Goddess. Orel, appreciate you. Yeah, I appreciate y'all, man, for rolling through. Nobody. Tawitak, appreciate you for rolling through. Vernon Brooks, appreciate you. Al Hassan, appreciate you. Coach Patar and Pool, appreciate you. Camus, appreciate you. And listen, man, this is our time. You know what I'm saying? This is our time. Wakutnu, our time, right? And like we're gonna end it like this. If not us, then who? Right? If not Wu Sabat, then what? And if not now, then when? That's it, man. We got to get out there to walk people through it to let them know that they made for so much more because these people are trying to convince them to go against their own salvation, Muklas, the Paa the Bab. You know what I'm saying? Free the master teacher. The master teacher's free. Free the master teacher, Baba Yanun. You know, peace and love to the family. Peace and blessings to the Most High, Nathar, the boundless omniverses, multiverses, triverses, universes be upon you all. And earshot, eye shot of the God. Rabat, Wu Ashuk. Okay? Peace and divine unconditional love be upon all of Muisar throughout the cosmos, past, present, and future. I appreciate you, and we see you. We try to get a guest up here. Special guest. Oh, we be back Wednesday. We coming up Wednesday. Wellness Wednesdays. We come back Wednesday, y'all. All right. Love is love. And we're going to start trying to edit these videos. What I do, y'all have a good night. Y'all be safe. Go through these joints. Protect yourself. Protect yourself. Protect yourself. All right? Love is love. What I do.